It's a long road trip to Jacksonville tonight as the Dogs take on Atlantic Coast Stingrays. At Live Oak Jewelry, we want to be your one-stop jewelry source. From beautiful new gold and silver jewelry to watch batteries, we do it all at the LOJ, including jewelry repair, ring sizing, and remount service. You'll find it all at Live Oak Jewelry and at great savings. Only at the LOJ, proudly serving Suwannee County for 77 years.
In the heart of the red zone is where the game is won, and you need a dealership that knows about scoring big. At Roundtree Moore Ford, we've scored this area's largest selection of new and pre-owned inventory. And right now, we're scoring rates as low as 0%. It's time to get out of the stands and score big in the Roundtree Moore Ford red zone. At Roundtree Moore Ford, the customer always wins. So make your next ride a touchdown at RoundtreeMoreFord.com today.
Rapid Fiber Internet's locally owned and operated, powered by Suwannee Valley Electric Co-op. Our local employees are dedicated to providing a world-class customer experience to each of our Suwannee Valley Electric members. Make the switch today to Rapid Fiber Internet's 100% fiber to the home internet system. To learn more about Rapid Fiber Internet, visit rapid-fiber.com. Again, that's rapid-fiber.com or call 866-64-RAPID.
Man, I'm getting eaten out of house and home here.
Oh, do you have teenagers?
No, termites.
Don't you have Live Oak Pest Control termite protection?
Nah, I've been doing my own pest control for years. Learned how on the internet.
I see that's working for you. Maybe you should call Live Oak Pest Control.
Who's your pest specialist? Call Live Oak Pest Control at 386-362-BUGS, 386-362-2847, or visit liveoakpestcontrol.com. No worries, that was just a shed.
It's time for Coach's Corner, a pregame interview with Suwannee High head football coach Kyler Hall. Brought to you by Bean Painting, serving the community for over 30 years. Licensed and insured, family-owned and operated. Remember, it hasn't been painted till it's bean painted.
Good evening, everybody. It's Bulldog football here on RiverCountrySports.com. I'm Wayne Luttrell, joined by the head coach of the Suwannee Bulldogs, Coach Kyler Hall. Tonight, Coach, on the road at Atlantic Coast. We'll talk about the Stingrays in the second half of the program. Right now, I want to talk about last week's game. I want to brag a little bit. Suwannee getting off a 4-game losing streak and winning that homecoming game. Coach, congratulations. We were due a win.
We were. It's been a while since we've talked about a win. And it was a must-win game on top of homecoming and just to keep ourselves alive in the playoff picture. So I thought our kids responded well. We finally finished the game. We really put it all together in all three phases.
Yep.
And they were excited after as well. They should be. So it was a great night. Just a fun week with homecoming. The day itself was great. The parade, Hall of Fame, the bash. It was an exciting couple of days.
Yeah.
But we did the important piece of doing our job and winning the game. So it was good to see just all the work that these kids have been, putting in and just continue to push and finally paid off.
Yeah, 27-6, Suwannee gets the win over Taylor County. And I got to tell you, it was great to see that come to fruition. And what made me most proud was kids never quit.
Yeah.
During a 4-game losing streak like that, they could have just given up, but they didn't. They kept with it.
Very easily, especially with a young group, which struggles aren't fun, for anybody. But when you're young and this is maybe your first time going through something like this, the easy thing to do is get, just complacent and not care and just kind of go through the motions. But these kids have not done that. They've continued to push even when we had a ton of guys out. Guys stepped up and just they fought their tail off and played hard. And so now as we've, got a little bit healthier and hopefully we're starting to put this all together. So now the kids see what it's like to finish the game. And it was still a close game at halftime and third quarter. And so this time we were able to finish it and make the plays at the end of the game. So now our kids can rely on that. So as we move forward, that they can, look back to that game and say, all right, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to eliminate. So it was good on many fronts as far as, the initial win and moving forward.
Yeah, I was proud of the line play, man. We
sure.
looked good up front. And first time, I think, all year that we've kind of dominated up front.
Yes, on both sides, O-line and D-line. I think we had our season high in rushing yards. And really in the fourth quarter started to take over. We started to wear them down. We had the 2 big runs late. And then defensive line, I thought played their best game. Finally got, some pressure, got some good sacks there in the fourth quarter. And when you see that group controlling the game in the fourth, usually you're going to win the game. And we were able to do that.
Yeah, and you mentioned the running game. It was great to see that get going. Had Darius Horn back there. He looked good. Lou Jack looked good. And we used a bevy of running backs throughout the night. I did want to ask about Horn. We just got him back off injury. I understand that he's injured again.
Yeah. He and Lou Jack both suffered injuries. So unfortunately, we won't have them tonight.
Either one.
Either one.
Wow.
I mean, as soon as we get healthy, we get banged back up. But both of those guys came back in the game after, the initial, injury and tried to play through it. Played extremely tough, which both those kids are. But yeah, we won't have those guys tonight. Still waiting on, to hear back about Lou Jack and what the severity is of his injury. And really the same thing with Jadarius, waiting to see what that, what the shoulders are going to look like. So tough blow, but we've kind of been used to that this year with the injury, so it's going to be by committee moving forward at running back.
Jadarius, now correct me if I'm wrong. I heard that it was a broken collarbone.
Yes,
and he came back in the game with that.
Yeah, so like first quarter, he fell on it, got hit, and he was out for a little bit. And he was out on defense, and then I look back and he's back in the game. And then I think he goes back out. Then at halftime, he's not very comfortable. He said, "Coach, I'm gonna try to go."
Mhm.
And then you saw what he did in the second half. So the fact that he was able to play through that, we're just looking to see what the severity is of that collarbone, with the fracture. But he's already said, "Coach, I want to come back."
Wow.
And he understands, the odds may be against him to do that, but the fact that his attitude, "Coach, I want to come back. I want to help the team. I want to do what I can." So we'll see. Maybe we get fortunate with one, if not both of those guys. 'Cause you hate to see, especially this time of year, when you hopefully are starting to play well, the injuries happen. But those two were a big impact for this success we had Friday night.
So if we don't have 2 back there, you don't have 28 back there. Who gets to start at running back, or have you even figured that out as a coin flip? I mean, what?
Yeah, I mean,
what are we gonna do here?
We've had 5 or 6 guys back there this week that have been repping. Fred Cooks, we've seen MJ back there. Delwin, Clay Starling.
MJ could be your featured back, but is that where you want him?
No.
Exactly.
No.
You want him spread now.
So the plan is to kind of keep using MJ as we've been there. When needed for some different packages. Same thing with Delwin. Third and short. Goal line, short yardage situations. So don't want to get outside of what we've been using them, because both of those guys are so important at other positions. So it really will be by committee. But I think with the O-line, if they can continue to play as they did Friday night, I think it doesn't matter who is back there. We're going to have an opportunity to get some good run game going. But it does emphasize the pass game a little bit more tonight. So as we've had to do all year, when guys go down, some guys have to step in and get the job done.
Yeah, and that helps build depth. And because
sure.
we've gone through what we've gone through, we do have a little bit of depth as we head to the latter part of the season. But anyway, congratulations, big homecoming win. Crowd, everybody had a good time. And now we move on, got new business tonight, taking on these Stingrays on the road. We'll be back to talk about Atlantic Coast after this timeout. It's Coach's Corner. It's Suwannee football here on RiverCountrySports.com.
Need to paint? Call the pros at Charles Bean Painting. They'll paint it, they'll have it looking good. Whether it's outside your home or business or inside, they do texturing, drywall repair, plus pressure cleaning. Call for a free estimate. 386-209-7381. Licensed and insured, family owned and operated, serving the area over 30 years. Charles Bean Painting, LLC. Remember, it hasn't been painted till it's Bean Painting. 209-7381.
Back here on Coach's Corner, and this is being brought to you by Bean Painting. We appreciate Charles and the whole staff in sponsoring Coach's Corner here in our broadcast. Well, tonight, Coach, we're on the road once again. We're at Atlantic Coast taking on the Stingrays. We come in with a 2-5 record. They are 3-5 on the season. We put together a win, though. We've got a 1-game winning streak, and they've lost 3 in a row. Tell me about this matchup. First time the schools have ever played.
Yeah, first time, Coach Sullivan, Kevin Sullivan, longtime Duval County coach. He coached the Stingrays back in the day. Small world. He did his teaching internship here, coming out of college. So that's the only connection I could try to find with Atlantic Coast. But if you look at their record and you just look at some of their games this year, they're very similar to us. They've been in. I think the Mandarin game early was the only one that kind of got out of control. But they've been in every game. They have explosive athletes and playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. They have some size up front. They have a defensive end. I think he's a maybe Middle Tennessee commit, long rangy kid. So they have good pieces. They throw the ball a lot, probably more than anybody we face so far this year. So our secondary is going to get tested. Pass rush is going to be important tonight, but they're hungry for a win. They're on the skid right now, but they're a dangerous team. And anytime you play a Duval County team, they're going to have athletes. They're going to have size up front. You can't give them confidence because if you do, and we kind of saw that story with Gabi when we were up and we, let him get back in it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that type of game. But this one's, it's obviously huge for us. One, we want to keep this momentum going, but we've got a chance to continue to move ourselves up in the playoff hunt. So we've got to come ready tonight. It's a different schedule, 6:30 kickoff. So our focus has to be really sharp tonight.
Yeah, they are a bigger school.
Yep.
So obviously more depth, but this is a 7A school, a 3A school. So how do you feel about this matchup?
When we scheduled the game, we were both desperately looking for a Week 10. So it was kind of one of our last additions there. I didn't even realize they were that big of a school. But looking at roster size and kind of the sidelines, they'll have some more. But,
They can only put 11 on the field at a time.
that's right. And we've seen bigger rosters. We've seen the same as us. It's one of those things it is what it is. They may have some more, but I like our guys. I like the depth that we've created. And I like if we continue to play physical, which we've done that for the most part this year, and continue to eliminate, some of the mistakes and whether it's kicking game or, penalties on offense, big plays on defense, some of the things that have hampered us. I think if we can eliminate those, we're going to go out and have a great night tonight.
Our stats are starting to improve as we go through the season. And right now we're averaging 245 yards a game. And that's quite an improvement. They average 143 yards per game. So I feel like we have an edge offensively, unless I'm just reading the stats wrong.
No, I think if we go out and execute, we can continue to do that. And so that's the thing I've been impressed with us offensively is even, amongst the losses, we've had steady improvement. And that's what you want to see. That way, when it starts to click, you've been progressing and getting better. So I think that's what we're seeing now. And like I said, offensively, they're going to throw it around. So we've got to eliminate the big plays, tackle well in open field. And we have an opportunity up front to really have a big night with our defensive line and our pressure from our backers and make that quarterback uncomfortable and make him, maybe throw some up to us.
Yeah, just a sophomore quarterback, number 18, but he's coming to his own and looks pretty good as far as distributing the football. They've got a bevy of receivers out there we got to cover, and in the backfield, looks like Bell, number 6,
Yep.
is the guy to stop.
Yeah, he's a little bowling ball, stocky kid, quick feet, runs it hard. They don't do a ton in the running game, but they're going to mix him in. But man, in the passing game, they do more than anybody we've seen. We've seen more route combos than we've seen by anybody, including Gabi, which was a heavy passing team. So they do a lot. They don't necessarily have a bread and butter they go to. They like to throw it deep. They're going to get in some quads, empty set, and some trips, doubles. Again, getting lined up will be big. And then with our secondary, secondary and D-line, as every Friday night, but they're going to have to work great together depending on the pressure, and D-line depending on, that the coverage in the back end to give them time to get to the quarterback. But just based off what we've seen on film, I think we got a great shot to, get some hits on him.
It'd be nice if you can get a little pressure on him from your just your base defense, your 3 or 4 men front.
Yep. And that's what we have to improve on. I thought last week we played a little bit too high in our 4-man front. You can bring the backers and whatnot, but you can't necessarily live in that. You got to time that up and kind of be picky and choosy when you send the house. But up front, especially with our our tackles or our ends, I think we have an opportunity to really beat their tackles. They're good-sized kids, but not the best in pass pro. So that's going to be an area that we have to win.
I noticed last week when we've been playing 4- and 5-man fronts against the offenses we've been facing, but last week, second half, we went back to that 3-3 stack.
Yep, and that was the plan going into the game. Was if we had the lead and they were getting more into a throwing situation, we wanted to switch back into that 3-man, which we haven't ran in about the last 3 weeks.
Right.
And it paid off for us. So you'll see a little bit of everything from the 4 and the 5 to the 3-3 stack look. But the biggest thing, on the back end, is being sound. You'll see a lot of man-to-man pressure coverage tonight. So that group in the back end has continued to grow, and they're going to have their best game tonight.
You mentioned an outside shot at the playoffs. Obviously, we got to win out.
Yep.
In order to have that shot, that would put us at 5-5, and maybe in the region we could slip in as maybe the 8 seed. Wakulla and Baker are playing tonight.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think Baker County is going to win that one. It's at Baker County, and just seeing Baker County firsthand, seeing a ton of film on Wakulla, I think Baker has the edge. And then with us, we're sitting right now the 7th seed, and that's really a reflection of the strength of schedule that we've had. Granted, we only have 2 wins, but it bumped us up from the 11th to the 7th seed.
Wow.
So I mean, we're right there in it. I mean, we control our own destiny from here on out. The thing we're trying to do is stay out of that 8 seed, 7 or higher, and I think if we continue to win, we'll continue to put ourselves in a better spot. But this is what we want. It's almost, hopefully, the reverse of last year where we started 6-0, then we finished terribly.
This team seems to be getting better.
And that's what we want. And so hopefully that's the case, and we come over here tonight and get a big win. But our kids, they understand the big picture scenario, but also understanding we've got to take care of business tonight.
You just want to go 1-0 this week.
That's it.
We'll let the rest work itself out. All right, final question, Coach. A big college football game. Maybe you've heard tomorrow night going to be in South Florida. Your FSU Seminoles taking on my team, the Miami Hurricanes. Y'all are obviously big underdogs in this one. Are you feeling confident?
I'm not feeling very confident, Wayne. You are. You should be. You are having a great year. Had a couple of games that the Zebras have pitched in and helped out a little bit, but you are playing well. I didn't see but maybe 2 clips of the Duke game since they played last Friday.
Yeah.
You would think at some point, especially a rival game, that the pride has got to kick in at some point.
Well, this is the game for that to happen,
and it usually is. Usually there's no big runaways in this game. There's been some over the years, but I sure hope that we can muster up some pride and get after it, at least make it a game. Going to the 4th quarter, the way the Miami FSU game should be.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Miami's been frustrated against FSU last several years. I see a butt whooping coming Saturday.
Y'all giving up a lot of points.
I mean, I'm hoping the defense shows up this week.
We got to get a hold of Cam Ward.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good.
Yeah, I don't know that you can get a hold of him.
No.
I mean, even when he's in the grasp, he seems to make a play somehow.
So the spread is 21?
21 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put a little friendly lunch wager.
Is that right?
Yep.
You're willing to do that?
Absolutely.
Is this straight up or with the points?
Let's do the points.
Yeah. All right. We'll worry about that tomorrow.
And then next week on the show, whoever the winner is can enjoy their lunch.
I got to give up 21 points. That ain't right. I'd say
don't make the
straight up.
spread. I don't make the
I
spread.
know, but I'm not in Vegas.
Nope. You throw it out there. I'm taking it.
I thought we'd do it straight up. Okay, well, whatever. It's just a lunch. I'll buy you a hot dog from Rudy's. No problem.
There we go, man. I like it.
That's going to wrap up this edition of Coach's Corner. Enjoy the game. Coming up next, the Suwannee Bulldogs at Atlantic Coast. You've been watching Coach's Corner. Stay tuned. Andy Day joins us in the press box after this timeout. It's Suwannee Bulldog football on rivercountrysports.com.
Coach's Corner, brought to you by Bean Painting, serving the community for over 30 years. Licensed and insured, family-owned and operated. Remember, it hasn't been painted till it's Bean Painting.
Uh-oh, better call Bennett's.
When it comes to glass, in this area, folks know to call Bennett's Glass Company. Serving Live Oak and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Their reputation speaks for itself. From commercial to residential, new construction, remodeling, custom glass, auto glass, shower doors, mirrors. Tell your insurance company you want Bennett's. Bennett's Glass Company on Gold Kiss Boulevard in Live Oak, 386-362-2295. When glass breaks, better call Bennett's.
All right, hey Bulldog fans, when you're hungry, we can satisfy that appetite at Beef O'Brady's of Live Oak. Come dine with us during, before, or after the ball game. We feature big screen TVs, so you won't miss any of the big events. At Beef O'Brady's, check out our game room featuring pool tables and games for the kids. Stop by Beef O'Brady's for some good food, good sports, and good games.
Hi, my name is Catherine Haney. My grandfather and my dad, Wes Haney, have been selling and servicing Chevrolets in the Suwannee Valley area since 1968.
I'm here with my brothers, Weston and Jonathan. We want to tell you why Wes Haney Chevrolet is the best place to buy a car.
At Wes Haney Chevrolet comes down to two things: low prices and excellent customer service. You are a part of the family just as much as we are. Your happiness is my dad's first priority. He will always fight to make sure you get the best deal and the best experience.
My dad doesn't play games and he doesn't charge dealer fees, so we can always get you the best price. We have amazing incentives this month to put together a great deal on any Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV. The best built, longest lasting vehicles on the road. We guarantee a better deal and customer experience than you can get anywhere else.
We would love to show you our beautiful selection of new and used vehicles. We are located in Live Oak, Florida on Highway 90 East. I can guarantee our dad will give you the best deal, and we are excited to earn your business.
This is Wes Haney, and as always, no dealer fees, no games. Come see my team at Wes Haney Chevrolet.
Suwannee High Bulldog Football on rivercountrysports.com. Brought to you in part by Bean Painting, Hunter Abercrombie, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Live Oak, Morgan Tree and Debris, Wes Haney Chevrolet, Live Oak Jewelry, Rapid Fiber Internet, Bennett's Glass Company, Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency, J&W Automotive, River Oak Technical College, Suwannee Parks and Recreation, Papa John's, Beef O'Brady's, the UPS Store, Roundtree Moore Ford, Roundtree Moore Chevrolet, Pool Realty, Corbett's Mobile Home Center, Howard Street Dry Cleaners Incorporated, and Live Oak Pest Control.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Live from Jacksonville, FLA. Suwannee High Bulldog Football is on the air. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in to rivercountrysports.com. Tonight, it's the Suwannee Bulldogs on the road at Atlantic Coast. The Bulldogs against the Stingrays, Andy.
Mercy, yeah, and it's orange and black. I would swear it's Halloween.
That's right. We're getting close to it. And
yes, sir.
Those are their school colors. And right now, it's senior night here, so they're introducing their seniors and their parents and families. And it should be a pretty good matchup when we get down to it. First meeting between the two schools. Suwannee comes in 2-5, and Atlantic Coast 3-5 on the year. Now, Atlantic Coast, a bigger school, they play in 7A. Suwannee is a 3A school, so Suwannee 3A District 2 and Atlantic Coast 7A District 1. They're 1-1 in their district. Suwannee 0-2 in our district. Still got Wakulla on the horizon, but only 3 teams in the Atlantic Coast district: Creekside, Sandalwood, along with the Stingrays. But bigger school, but when you look at them on paper, it looks like a pretty even matchup.
Yeah, it really does. And, they play people like Parker, Mandarin, Fletcher, Sandalwood, Andrew Jackson, and Ed White, just to name a few. And they get all the way to the end in Rains, and I know they're one of the best teams around right now.
And Rains, a top team in our level,
in our
3A.
level. Yeah.
And if we do sneak into the playoffs as the 8th seed, that's where we're going, by the way, because right now they're the number 1 seed. So we don't need to worry about that right now. Just need to worry about going 1-0 tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, kind of win out this thing and maybe make it into the playoffs.
That's the idea. But got that win, much needed win last week over Taylor County, the homecoming game, and hopefully that can translate. Hope we got that confidence that can bring that over here to Jacksonville and see if we can apply that tonight.
Yeah, hopefully so. I mean, I tell you, a beautiful night for football, fairly clear. We're on the shady side, a little bit of breeze down here by the beaches.
Yeah, we're on the home side of the stadium is where we set up. They didn't have room for us in the press box, so we're actually sitting in the stands here on the home side. Not a lot of room to spread out with, you do all that homework and everything that you get to game night, and sometimes you can't get to it. But anyway, we've got it on the air, and so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what happens. And, how me and you work, we got 2 different rosters with different names, and So what we do, we make it up as we go. As long as we know that team that's in the green and white, them old dogs, we should be okay in the end.
Yeah, we got our green and white glasses on, and so that's who we're going to be rooting for tonight. But Suwannee, coming into the game, they haven't won on the road this year. We're 0-3 as far as road games, but Atlantic Coast only 1-3 in their home ball games.
Yeah, so we got a good shot at it tonight is what I'd say.
We'll continue with our pregame show right after this quick timeout. It's Suwannee Bulldog football here on a Friday night on RiverCountrySports.com.
Uh-oh, better call Betty.
Everybody's always claiming to offer the top insurance, the lowest rate, blah, blah, blah. Well, cut the game and go to the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. Jeff is an independent agent, meaning he can shop around to get you the best price for the coverage you need. With access to major carriers like Auto Owners, Progressive, Travelers, and Mercury, stop with those cold 800 numbers. Discover the personal difference with the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. US 129 North in Live Oak. Call 364-2886 or visit JeffTippinsInsurance.com.
What's a football game without pizza? Papa John's Pizza of Live Oak can take care of all of your football dining needs. Take care of your hungry crowd before, during, or after the game. Stop by Papa John's for better pizza, better wings, and many other delicious menu items for the family or the game crowd. Papa John's Pizza always has better ingredients, better pizza. Better get you some.
Now is a great time to earn a career in a year at River Oak Technical College. River Oak offers 17 career and technical education programs to select from that lead to industry credentials and high-wage careers. River Oak offers high-quality instruction, academic and financial advisement, mentoring, and coaching to ensure your success. Get hands-on education without breaking the bank or leaving the area. Grow your future with us at River Oak Technical College.
Your one-stop auto shop, J&W Automotive. At J&W, you can buy a car. They've got a great selection to choose from. At J&W, you can get your car fixed. They provide complete vehicle repair. At J&W, they do paint and body work. Yeah, plus tires, front-end alignments, AC work, computer diagnostics. They cut and program keys. They are truly your one-stop, all-in-one automotive shop. J&W Automotive. Highway 129 North in Live Oak. Online at jwautos.com.
Back here at Atlantic Coast High School, and 6:30 kickoff is what's scheduled. I don't know if we're going to kick it off right on time or not. They're still announcing their seniors, but anyway, that's what time the kickoff is scheduled, 6:30, which is an hour earlier than what we're used to.
Oh, yeah. And the traffic, I'm going to complain about something. And luckily, Wayne Luttrell was behind the wheel.
Yeah. Well, you had double vision.
Yeah. I did. That would have been bad.
I trust you on them old back roads, but when you get on the interstate, that double vision could be a problem.
No, it could. There was too many lanes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we were trying to listen to GPS to get us here, but anyway, we made it. We don't know if we'll make it home, but we have made it here. Getting ready for these Atlantic Coast Stingrays. And when you look at the Stingrays, you got to start looking at their quarterback, as this is a team that wants to throw the ball, and number 18 is where that starts.
Yeah, number 18, Manigo, I guess is how I'm going to try to pronounce that. I was trying to listen to the PA announcer to get some of these names, but I've messed up a lot of things before. But he likes to throw the ball 24 or 41 for only 323 yards. But the deal about it only showed him with 4 games. Yeah. Now, I noticed they showed another quarterback with a game, and I think one of their running backs sometimes maybe – I think it's Toel, the junior.
Well, and I think we have incomplete stats.
Yes.
That's what we have.
I think that's what it was, too. So, but, he's going to be one to watch, and they got some key receivers and running backs, and
yeah,
you can probably talk about some of them.
Well, they got several receivers. He likes to spread the ball around, so you're going to have to keep your eye on a bunch of them. And then in the running game, you got to keep your eye on number 6, senior Bell. He is their go-to guy as far as the rushing part.
Yeah, he's got like 67 carries, 502 yards, and I think they only listed like 5 games. So a pretty good running back. He's the one they'll go to, and they like to go to Kwame Green Swindler. Now, I don't know if that's a real name, but it sounds pretty good. Now, getting all that out in one breath is going to be a hard chore.
I tell you what, as a football announcer saying, tackled by the Swindler.
Yeah, exactly.
Carried by the Swindler. That sounds pretty cool. But anyway, it should be fun tonight. We take on Atlantic Coast. Now, we were talking about running back, and when you look at Suwannee's side of things, last week we lost 2 running backs.
Wow.
Just got home back in the lineup, and he was getting back into form and really looking good. And we not only lost him, we lost Lou Jack last week.
Yeah, and the thing about Horn, he was just getting cranked back up again. Like you said, he was just returned from an injury. Yeah. Probably had his best game for Suwannee. And at the time, he had 36 carries, 309 yards. And Rawson was actually our second leading rusher, but he takes those touch passes, and he ran from the old, I guess you call it the Wildcat.
Yeah, and you're going to see him back there. Now, he's going to be lined up. You don't want to just have him as your feature back. But he is going to, move in motion, and then he may stop in the backfield, maybe lined up back there for a Wildcat. You're going to see him all over the field. He is, the offensive engine for Suwannee.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is. And then, the thing is, we can, most of the time, if our offensive line does the job that they did last week, we should be able to run the ball and throw the ball. And if you can do both of those, you're usually pretty successful.
Yeah. I want to see Rawson I want to see Fryer step up tonight and get some balls thrown his way. He's been kind of quiet here lately. Brooks has had, kind of coming to his own this year. Walker as well. And I want to see Lopez come back into, he was our possession receiver till he got hurt, and they're kind of working him back in slowly. But when you look at the quarterback, Sykes, he can go over 1,000 yards tonight. He's got 987 coming into this one.
Yeah, he's had a great year, 76 for 140 passing, and like you say, 987 yards. So it won't take many to get him over to that 1,000-yard mark.
Yeah, so that will be something we can look for tonight. Sykes with 10 touchdowns on the year, 7 interceptions. So hopefully he's throwing the ball to the kids in the white jerseys. Now, we're on the road tonight, so the white uniforms, they got green numbers, green pants, green helmets, and over on the other side, orange and burnt.
Yeah, they do. They burn orange numbers and then the black unis, so you should be able to separate the two.
When you look at scoring, Suwannee averages points per game, average 17, and Atlantic Coast 9.5. Yards per game, Suwannee averages 245, and Atlantic Coast 143. When you look at the rushing as far as yards a game, we get 104 rushing and 141 passing. They get 102 rushing and 41 passing. Now, those are the stats that I was given. I don't know that they're complete. I'll say that again.
Right. They might not be complete, but, just looking at those, if you're looking at it on paper, the deal is we got to stop the run game and then make our short pass coverages. Don't give up the big play.
Yeah, don't give up the big play. That's a big part of Suwannee, and that's it's killed us in a lot of games this year, is especially in that second half. We give up that big, long 91-yard pass play, or we let a quarterback slip up the middle and, nobody home, and we got to avoid things like that. Play like they did last week. Taylor kind of had that one good drive, but pretty much kept them bottled up.
Oh, yeah, we did a great job, both offensively, defensively, and when you can put it all together, that's what it comes, the big old W, and hopefully that's what's going to happen tonight.
Yeah, as far as points for and points against, Suwannee with 133 points scored this season, giving up 166, and on the other side, they've scored 159, giving up 197. So stats-wise, the teams are pretty even.
Yeah, looking pretty even on paper, and like you say, though, they're a 7A school. A little bit bigger than us, but hey, that doesn't matter. You got to play the game.
That's exactly right. All right, let's go over the starting lineups for your Suwannee Bulldogs, and it's going to look like this offensively. Here's your Dirty Dog offense, and going to go with the pro set single back as far as the start. Up front in the center, you've got Blaine Cruz. He's your starting center tonight. The 2 guards, Brody Bean on the left side and Lorenzo Lee on the right side. And the 2 tackles on the left side, you've got Reese Bronson. On the right side, Colton Hagedorn. And your quarterback, of course, number 4, Thomas Sykes, getting the start at running back tonight. How about this? Number 7, Jace Moran.
Jace the Ace.
Jace the Ace going to get the start at running back. Now, he's capable. He can play a lot of different positions. He's an athlete. He can kick. He can run the ball. He can play receiver. He can play tight end. He can play that H-back. And, of course, defensively, he's going to start over there as well. You're going to see him as the spear linebacker tonight. So, Jace Moran going to be asking a lot of him to step up in this ball game on the road tonight.
Yeah, he'll be on the field most of the time.
The starting tight end will be Logan Brooks. Your wide receivers, MJ Rawson, Noah Lopez, and Coy Fryer. That's your starting offense for the Suwannee Bulldogs. And now let's check out that defense, that junkyard D.
And across the front for the Dogs, the two defensive ends, number 24, Kyler Watson, along with big number 9, that's Delwyn the Dirt Devil Allen. Your nose guard, big number 58, Kevontae Beasley at defensive tackle. Colton Chigadorn, number 50. Your two linebackers, number 15, our leading tackler, Clay Starlin. And then the other one will be number 17, Travis Feed, who's come a long way at that linebacker position. He's been learning it, and he's making a lot of tackles, so he'll be a force out there. At Rover, it'll be number 10, Coy Fryer. The Spear, like you say, number 7, Jace the Ace Moran. Your two corners, number 14, Zion Walker, and number 5, MJ all the way Rawson. And finally, at free safety, big old number 16, that'll be Fred Cooks.
That's the 4-3 defense, and that's what Suwannee will start at. It started the year in that 3-3 stack, but they've kind of gone to more of a 4 and sometimes 5-man front to stop the running game. And but the 4-3 look is what they've given us as far as the start for the Suwannee defense. So we'll keep an eye on that. They switch things up on us. Sometimes they give us that starting lineup, and one play in, it'll be a little different, but it depends on what's being dictated by the other side.
No, absolutely right. And sometimes it might switch right before the game. You never know. Coach will make a last-minute decision, or you have somebody twinge something and have to get out of there and not start the game. But it ought to be an interesting game to speak of tonight.
Your Suwannee coaching staff, the head coach is Mr. Kyler Hall. Your offensive coordinator is Joe Gaddy. The offensive line coach is Clifford Bean. Coaching the wide receivers is Kendrick Carter. Your H-back and tight end coach is Joe Denton. The running backs coach is Glenn Green. On the defensive side, the defensive line coach is Naj Dukes. Coaching the linebackers, Mr. Frank Allen. And the defensive backs coach is Billy Moran. Kyler Hall, the head coach, also the defensive coordinator, and your trainer for the Suwannee Bulldogs is Michael Jordan. Well, they're still announcing seniors, so it'll be a little bit late for the kickoff. We'll take this quick time out, and we'll be back after this. Suwannee Bulldog football on RiverCountrySports.com.
Proudly standing the test of time and shining through it all, Roundtree Moore Chevrolet and Chevy trucks.
You all depend on trucks. Chevy trucks. We think it's because Chevrolets are the most dependable trucks built to last a long time.
Roundtree Moore Chevrolet. Dependability for the win again and again.
Son of a gun. Chevrolet pickups are designed and built better than ever, giving you a smooth, solid ride since 1918.
North Florida and South Georgia, Roundtree Moore Chevrolet knows you love your Chevy truck.
Quality.
Hello, this is Jeff Mosley, General Manager of Roundtree Moore Chevrolet. Come find out why we're the #1 Chevy dealer in North Florida. Thanks, and hope to see you down at the store.
Find new roads with Roundtree Moore Chevrolet in Lake City. Online at RoundtreeMooreChevrolet.com.
Mile after mile.
Suwannee Bulldog football here on RiverCountrySports.com tonight at Suwannee at Atlantic Coast. All kind of action going on around the area as far as high school football tonight. The Brantford Buccaneers, they have their homecoming game. I believe it's Jefferson County in town to battle the Bucks.
Yeah, that ought to be a pretty good one. The Bucks getting back on track and having homecoming. Boy, it gets kind of late in the year anymore, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's about right time. You want that cooler air. And
oh, yeah.
It's a nice night for homecoming. No clouds to speak of. It's a nice, crisp night. Supposed to get down to about 60 by morning time. I'm liking it.
Oh, yeah, I'm liking it. Anything cool.
Other games around the area, you got Hilliard visiting Fort White tonight. Hamilton County on the road to Trenton. Lafayette County, they've got the long road trip out in the Panhandle. They're taking on Franklin County tonight. Also got a Popka at Madison. The Madison Cowboys don't play your typical 1A schedule, man. They ain't afraid of the big schools.
No, they'll play anybody, anywhere. Yeah. That's all over the state of Florida, Georgia, Alabama. Just send them down there and send Madison their way.
Well, and let's face it, the smaller schools in the area, they don't want to play Madison. So Madison's got to kind of put together a schedule somehow, some way. So they're not afraid. They'll play Columbia. They'll play Suwannee. They'll play some of the bigger schools. Earlier, they played DeLand. They played Valdosta, I believe it was this year. And so you look at that record and say it's 4-3. They must not be very good, but they're pretty good. They just play a tough schedule.
Yeah, when you're like a 1A or 1C, whatever they actually go by, and you're playing teams that are like 7 times as big as you and winning ball games still, mercy. They're prepared for the playoffs when they get there.
There's a big rivalry game in the Gainesville area. You got Newberry and Williston.
Wow.
Those two schools, man, that's a big game for them. Dixie County's at West Nassau tonight. You got Union County with that perfect 7-0 record. They're down in the Tampa area taking on Hudson. It's a long road trip for the Union County Tigers. You got Columbia High. They're on the road at Clay County. And that'd be a pretty good game. Columbia County, Clay County, battle of 3 and 5 squads.
Yeah, it will be. And hopefully them old Tigers can come through.
Bradford County is at Santa Fe tonight. You've got Christ Academy, I think is what it is, against Bronson. Bronson's still looking for that first win of the season, going to have an uphill climb tonight. Leon also 0-8. They are at Childs High School. We've got Childs coming in to Langford Stadium next week.
Yeah.
Taylor County, they've got a tough one on hand. But if they want to win their district, they got to win this game. But good luck to the Taylor County Bulldogs. They're at Gadsden County.
Boy, that's going to be a tough one. Gadsden having a pretty good year. Yeah.
Bell is at Bishop Schneider. And what do you think about this one? In District 3A, District 2, Class 3A, District 2, Wakulla at Baker County.
I'm telling you what, Baker County, they'll get after it. But Wakulla, I mean, they've had some ups and downs, but, I mean, they got a pretty good football team, so that'll be a heck of a football game.
That should be two evenly matched teams. Baker County comes in at 1-1 in the district, Wakulla 0-1. In district play, both teams have lost to Godby. Baker County, of course, got the win over Suwannee, and they're both 5-2 on the year. So should be a pretty good game. That one in McClenny tonight is Wakulla takes on Baker County within the district. And then college football tomorrow. You know, the game I'm looking forward to is that noon kickoff between Notre Dame and Navy. Navy undefeated on the year, and if they can knock off Notre Dame, I mean, heck, you never know.
Yeah, they may get in there in the old playoffs and be contending for a national championship.
You never know. It's 12th ranked Notre Dame coming in 6-1 and 24 Navy at 6-0. Army also undefeated on the year. So that's pretty cool stuff. UCF is going to be at home tomorrow, 3:30 kickoff. They're hosting 11th ranked BYU, and they actually got the Golden Knights as a 1-point favorite in that one.
Mercy.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Also at 3:30, you got number 20 Illinois against number 1 Oregon. At 3:30, you got number 21 Missouri against number 15 Alabama. At 4:15, and when you looked at the schedule, you said, well, it's going to be a blowout. Texas at Vanderbilt. But now you got a top 25 matchup, number 5 against number 25.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's been a kind of a different year for college football. Some you would say, who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
And then others you're saying, what's happening and what's going on?
What is happening here? Florida State takes the trip down south to take on 6th-ranked Miami. I think during the coaches' show that I gave up 21 points and bet lunch with Coach Hall. I believe that's what happened.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Well, we started the conversation with no points, and then somehow that rascal got 21 points.
Yeah.
That is the point spread.
Yeah.
So he's already leading 21-0. The game hadn't started.
Well, I'll tell you, it'll be just wait and see.
Yeah, that's a rivalry game. You just never know about that.
Oh, yeah.
But Miami is 21-point favorite, coming in 7-0. FSU 1-6. Also, Saturday night, you've got 8th-ranked LSU at number 14, Texas A&M. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, that will be a good football game, one to watch.
And Florida off this week, Georgia off this week, getting ready for next weekend in Jacksonville.
Yeah, the old world's largest cocktail party, but I don't even know if they call it that anymore. It somehow got to be against the law.
Well, that's not politically correct, but we still call it that. Yeah. And, last week I told you Georgia wasn't going to have any problem with Texas, and you didn't believe me.
Well, no, Georgia had been so slow to start. I just figured they couldn't hang with Texas.
I just felt like, they've been in these big games, and Texas has not. They hadn't had the spotlight like this. With when you've got game day and then national media and everybody asking these questions. And, Georgia's been through it. I just felt like they'd be more ready, and they were.
Yeah, and then you never know what's going to happen next weekend because you see Georgia will be favored against Florida, but you come in there just a little bit. In college football today, anybody can beat any other given team. It's just on which Saturday or which Friday, and sometimes on Wednesday and sometimes on Thursday. But yeah,
Gators look pretty good against those Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah,
so
they did.
How about that? I don't know if you can hear the national anthem, but that's what's happening now from the Atlantic Coast Band. right in the stadium, standing up there for the national anthem performed by the Atlantic Coast Marching Band, and we were sitting beside them, and hopefully you could hear that coming through our headsets. Not sure if you could or not, but there it was, and they did a nice rendition. I'm always disappointed when I look across and I don't see the Suwannee High Band. They didn't bring a band here on this road trip.
No, they didn't, and it makes the stands look a little bit smaller. Maybe we didn't travel very well, but always good to have the band because it gives you a little pep and cheer, and you get the fight song and everything else.
Yeah, Miss Neal just told me that they have competition this weekend. That's why they're not here. So we want to wish good luck then to the Pride of Suwannee, the marching band. All right, we're going to have the opening kickoff. Got the captains coming out to midfield now, and a little bit behind schedule. They told us 6:30 kickoff, so we kind of planned things for that, and trying to fill time here as they are a little bit behind schedule. But I guess they're going to kick things off here shortly, as I see the Suwannee captains anyway walking to their respective sideline. The rest of the team is down in their end zone, and Atlantic Coast has gone back to their locker room right now. So I'm not sure how much longer we've got until they get the kickoff of tonight's ball game.
Now, I will say this. They got the biggest concession stand maybe in the South at a high school football game. I mean, it looks like a mini McDonald's and a Wendy's and a Taco Bell all thrown together down there at that far end zone.
Yeah. I don't know what they have in there, but we did walk by it, and it is awfully big.
Yeah.
I will say that. And getting here was a little bit of a trip. We weren't sure. You take 95, and then you get off 95, then you get on 295, and then you get off, and next thing we knew, here was the high school.
Yeah, we're right at
right. And Siri kept telling me where to turn,
wanting U-turns and everything else.
That's right.
Mercy.
And where you park is quite a bit away from the field, so we weren't in the right place. And then we got here, and they have the gates locked up. They have like prison gates on the outside. They said you can't get in before 5:30.
Yeah.
So we stood out there, and anyway, they finally let us in, and we found our way out here to the press box, and they said we don't have any room in here, so we're sitting in the stands.
We are atop of just below the press box, so it'll be interesting, especially when I guess when the Atlantic Coast football team gets out here and gets in front of their bench. We might be standing up on it.
Yeah, we might. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, the Suwannee Quarterback Club is a group of dedicated fans and supporters of Suwannee Bulldog football. To become a member of the Quarterback Club, just get in touch with any of the members or visit their Facebook page at Suwannee QB Club, Inc. or email SuwanneeQBClub@gmail.com. There are individual and corporate memberships available with different levels to choose from. Become a dog insider by joining the Suwannee Quarterback Club today. Well, taking a look at the stats for the Suwannee Bulldogs, I told you that Sykes kind of coming into his own.
Yeah.
As far as playing that QB position, 76 of 140, 987 yards, 10 touchdowns on the year. In the rushing department, told you Horn's not going to be with us, and Smith not going to be with us tonight. So two of the top running backs getting the Smith and getting the start tonight will be number 7, Jace Moran. And I don't have any stats on him.
No, and I don't know that Moran has touched the ball out of the backfield this year. He's been a lot on defense and some things like that. But it'll be interesting to see if the play calls change any, or pretty much we're going. Now Jace's pretty good built fella, so we might be running between the tackles.
But I believe we're going to see some of Fred Cooks back there. We may see Starling, may see Fryer, may see some of Allen. Rawson's going to line up there at times, so they're going to move them in and out, and it might be kind of by committee tonight.
Yeah, it probably will. The Dogs got their caps. Number 19, Dylan Green out there. Number 11, Logan Brooks, along with old MJ all the way Rawson, number 5. And then finally you got one of them big old linemen out there, number 59, Will Brown.
When you look at the receiving department, of course, MJ Rawson leading things, 29 receptions, 432 yards, 6 touchdowns on the year. But you got other targets as well, and Lopez and Coy Fryer and Brooks and Cherry and Walker and Watson. Watson has a reception for a yard this year.
Yeah. He does.
And Hunter Watson kind of working his way slowly back into things after that injury.
Oh, yeah, and he's one of those that, you always need him on defense, but he can do some things on offense, but a little banged up. I don't know if we'll see him there tonight.
You to throw in Rawson, I told you about the 6 receiving touchdowns, throwing his rushing touchdown and his kick return touchdowns. He's had 10 touchdowns overall on the year. And those kick returns, his average is over 50 yards a touch.
Yeah, and it's kind of like those good baseball players that you pitch around and you put them on. He's been a lot of times, they've seen him on film. They kick to the far sideline. The far sideline are either away from him. You'll see a squib kick and all that. He hadn't had many chances to return the ball here of late.
Atlantic Coast has elected to receive, so they will get the football first as we begin this ball game between the Suwannee Bulldogs and the Atlantic Coast Stingrays. We'll take a 30-second timeout here, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff after this. It's Suwannee Bulldog football on rivercountrysports.com.
Hey, Bulldogs, let the UPS store of Live Oak handle all of your packing and shipping needs. The UPS store of Live Oak also offers mailboxes, printing, faxing, scanning. We also offer notary services and shredding services as well. Stop by your local UPS store. There's help in here. Real help. The UPS store, proud sponsors of Suwannee Bulldog football on the riverofcountrysports.com.
And back here in Jacksonville at Atlantic Coast High School, the Suwannee Bulldogs have made their way over to the far sideline. Not the friendliest reception.
Well, I was going to say we might be sitting on the wrong side because I can't remember it. Now I know sitting in Baker County before things have gotten a little tussly, but they just booed us when we were coming to the field. And I know it's the student section, but I'm just saying.
Well, when we found out we couldn't get in the press box, we actually tried to set up on the visitor side, but they don't have any power over there.
Absolutely.
So here we are. Anyway, should be a good one tonight. Getting ready for Atlantic Coast and Suwannee in this football contest.
Yeah, and like I say, first time we've ever played them or seen them, and it might be hard for me to get used to saying Stingrays.
Yeah, that's the first Stingrays we played, I believe.
For whatever I can remember, and I can't remember too much too long ago.
Suwannee has made their way out onto the field and getting ready to tee the ball up at the 40-yard line. Next week, a home ball game. We've got the Childs Timberwolves coming into Langford Stadium, so we'll look forward to that. That'll be the final home game of the year, so let's pack Langford next weekend and next Friday night and welcome in the Timberwolves of Tallahassee Childs High School.
Yeah.
And you know their coach.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's one of them dogs.
Yeah, that's Bill Reagan's over there.
Yeah.
Coaching Childs. And so we'll root for him every week except for Suwannee week when we play him.
That's absolutely correct.
All right, 12 minutes on the first quarter clock and just waiting for the football, and the official is talking right now to A.J. Hitt, and he will tee the ball up at the 40-yard line, and Suwannee will kick the ball away as we get this game underway. And so the official is now giving him the football and will place it down on the tee.
Yeah, and their number one kick return, number 6, is actually their best running back, Jordan Bell. He's usually back there, usually with number 8, McMillan, on the far side. But I think on the near side, it's number 5, Reddy. So we'll see where we kick it. There we go. A.J. Hitt puts a big foot into it. Well, it's hard to see the marker, but number 2's got it coming to the near side. Boy, that Stingray's got a run room. He's across the 30 to the 35 to 40. He'll cross the 50. He'll get on the other side to the 30-yard line before one of them dogs, and it was old Coy Fryer who made the touchdown-saving tackle.
Coy Fryer was the last hope for Suwannee, and he got that wedge set up and got to the sideline, and once he did, he put on those afterburners and into Suwannee territory in great field position for Atlantic Coast. Boy, Swanee's going to have a tough time here. They're all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and that was Jeremiah Evans, number 2, and he's actually one of their best wide receivers. He'll be on the far side of the field. Manigo, he'll be in the gun, single back in the backfield. That'll be Bell. He'll be to his left. Tries to get us to jump offside. They've seen that on the film before. Yeah. But the dogs stay down there. 4-man front for Suwannee. Trips to the far side. Here we go. Handoff up the middle. Jordan Bell, he'll get it. We wrap him up, but he fights his way for some hard-fought yardage and gains 3 or 4. And like you say, Wayne, the hash mark's a little tough to see.
Yeah.
The yard markers, maybe even tougher.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to pick up, and that looks like about a 6-yard pickup there, so there's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up here.
Suwannee still in the 4-man front with the white jerseys and the green trousers. Black and orange on the other side. Manigo, and once again, hands off to Bell. Bell left side, got a big hole. Squirts through there, got a running lane almost to the goal line. See if he got in.
And
Wow.
he did.
They did.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Mercy me.
Well, a big kick return and then 2 running plays, and that's all it took for Atlantic Coast to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that was a 25-yard run by him. And like I say, he is not a very big back, but if you get the blocking up front, he found the hole on the left side of the offensive front. Boy, nobody could get to it.
Yep, he went into the end zone. And just like that, Atlantic Coast, the Stingrays, sting the Bulldogs as they get the first score of the game. 6-0, 11-11, showing here in the first quarter.
Number 7, I think, Santos will do the kicking chores. That orange noodle kind of got his back to us, but he usually kicks down on the tee, up, end over end, and it is good.
And so the Atlantic Coast Stingrays take a 7-0 lead over the Suwannee Bulldogs. Dogs getting the ball after this timeout. This Suwannee football on RiverCountrySports.com.
It's a long road trip to Jacksonville tonight as the Dogs take on Atlantic Coast Stingrays. At Live Oak Jewelry, we want to be your one-stop jewelry source. From beautiful new gold and silver jewelry to watch batteries, we do it all at the LOJ, including jewelry repair, ring sizing, and remount service. You'll find it all at Live Oak Jewelry and at great savings. Only at the LOJ, proudly serving Suwannee County for 77 years.
Back here in Jacksonville, 7-0, Atlantic Coast leading the Suwannee Bulldogs. Well, let's see if Suwannee can answer here as Atlantic Coast got that big kick return. Let's hope they kick the ball to number 5 and we get one of our own.
Yeah.
They got the good field position and then 2 running plays, just off tackle plays, and they're in the end zone.
Yeah, very simple. And what they did their job on the offensive front, and we just weren't able to make the tackle as they squirted through the holes and they made it past the linebackers. Number 7, Ryan Santos. He'll tee it up right at the 40-yard line. Back deep for the Dogs. Michael Rothman, he'll be right in the middle of the field. I think Fryer will be to the near side. And number 14, Zion Walker, he'll be toward the visitor side, which is our side. See if they squib it right here. Santos taking his time. They kind of got an odd-looking kickoff, but he does kick it. It will go over to number 14. That'll be Walker. Walker takes it down the far sideline. Got a run lane. Walker up across the 30 to the 35 to the 40. He'll cross the 45 and be banged down around the 46 or 47. And that's where them old Dogs this morning will start out 1st and 10.
Nice return there by Mount Zion. And now we've got pretty decent field position. Not as good as they had at the 30, but still pretty decent field position close to midfield for Suwannee to begin this drive.
Yeah, and we were about 1 block away from actually getting that middle field position, but we'll still take it right there. That's a pretty good return for the Dogs of Suwannee.
All right, 47-yard line, the line of scrimmage, and Suwannee with the 1st and 10.
Shotgun formation for Sykes. Single back in the backfield. It'll be number 7. That's Jace Moran. Long snap count. And hands off to Moran. He'll try to go off the right side, but boy, they just hammer us in the backfield. We'll lose about 2 yards to the 45-yard line.
Well, Jace Moran gets his first carry as a starting running back, and that didn't work out too good.
Nah, it really didn't. And it's like their defensive front was waiting on it.
Lost 3 yards on that exchange, so 2nd and 13. And Suwannee's going to have to go to the air.
Yeah, they will have to do that.
See what we do here. We line up same formation, looks like.
2nd down and 12 for the Dogs of Suwannee. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers near side. Moran will be the deep back. Not much of a play action. Going to put it up. Man on coverage. Rawson.
That's pass interference.
Pass interference is incomplete. I thought he was going to make the catch. He's usually pretty good about that, but it'll be knocked away. But we'll have 15 yards and a 1st down.
And the coverage, number 21, Murray. And just got a little pansy down there with MJ, and he'll get the flag thrown on him. And Suwannee will get an automatic here.
Just what the doggy ordered, and it should be 1st and 10, somewhere close to around the 40-yard line, maybe just inside. Well, right at it.
Yeah, going to march it all the way down to the 40.
Pretty good start for the Dogs. We're on their side of the field. Those Stingrays, they look like their linebackers, the corners and linebackers all look very swift. So, it's going to be tough. Got to get to that up to that 2nd plane on the running game. Shotgun formation, and here we go. Tall sweep. Jace Moran. Find a big hole on the left side. He'll find his way, boy, and bang his way out of there for at least 5 good yards.
Yeah, nice run that time by Moran. Ran that hard. Hit that hole and kept it moving, and tackle on the play by Willis.
Pretty good blocking by the offensive front of the Dogs. I don't know if the official was trying to back their fan, or actually their coaches and their players back on the side. They like to throw them a sideline warning. He didn't do it yet. But
looks like they got about 8 yards on that carry,
Yeah.
so this is 2nd and 2 coming up.
Will be a good game. This time it'll be number 16 in the backfield, Fred Cooks. He'll stand right behind the quarterback. That'll be Sykes. He's in the gun. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Hand off to Cooks' right side. Get a little bit of blocking. He'll find
Gotta have it.
Looks like for the first down. Should have got it just inside the 30-yard line.
That scared me, that first run by Moran. We're going backwards, but now the running game's clicking a little bit. Get the first down and move the sticks.
Looks like number 52 for Suwannee is going to check out of the ball game. And as it's holding Mantooth.
Now I got the line of scrimmage as the 27.
Yes.
But we're guessing a little bit. You can't.
Yeah, I can't really see it.
I'm right here with you.
Dogs out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Sykes will be the quarterback. He's in the gun. Single back in the backfield. It'll still be Cooks. One receiver near side. That's Rawson. A little play action to Cooks. Now we're going to roll. A lot of pressure. And we're going to be sacked back there, boy, for a big loss.
Yeah, number 4 that got back there in a hurry. He was coming off that defensive end position and just couldn't get him blocked well enough. That's Malpress. It threw the quarterback to the ground.
Yeah, he's about 6'4" and 210 pounds.
Quick.
Oh, yeah. Boy, we lost more than I thought we would.
Yeah, we lost a bunch on that one, all the way back to about a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, we'll have it somewhere around the 37 or 38-yard line.
2nd and 20 coming up here, Suwannee.
Trips to the near side. Shotgun formation. Rawson will be to our side of the field. Little play action. They bring their runners across the middle to Rawson. He'll make the catch and get towed down close to the first down marker, but he'll be a little bit shy.
It depends on the mark, but he may have had enough.
I'm looking to see if the official puts it down. You really can't see the line.
No, and they're not moving the yardstick, so it's tough to tell exactly where it is.
Oh, he's bringing him now.
And now they are moving. They do say first down.
Well, that was a good catch, and actually a pretty simple pass. Rawson across the middle of the field, and Sykes did a great job of hitting him in stride.
And I believe we're inside that Roundtree red zone down to the 18.
We could be. Dogs up to the line of scrimmage. We're looking at about a 6-man front. They are stacking them, I'm talking about, and coming after us. Hand off to number 9, the old Dirt Devil. He'll take it across the right side, gets through the wow, and the ball hits the turf. And I think the Stingrays, they're jumping up and down, but I'm hoping they missed it.
Suwannee come up with it.
Oh, boy, that's just what the doggy ordered, so we could ill afford that. That was a pretty good run onto the far side of the field by Delwyn Allen.
I think it was Hagedorn that it was Johnny on the spot there covering that football. But Allen had a great run, but coughed it up at the end of the run, and Hagedorn, luckily, was there to jump on.
You got to think them offensive linemen, they're always there. Pickup of about 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Somewhere around the 5 or 10-yard line. Shotgun formation for Sykes. Single back in the backfield. It looks like it's going to be Allen once again. Little play action. Allen's going to try to take it right up the middle of the gut. This time they didn't bite on that, and he doesn't get very much yardage. I don't even know if he got the first down. He's close.
Well, there was a little mix-up back there, and it cost them as they were a little slow getting that play off. But this will bring up 3rd down and about a half a yard. So they're at about the 9-yard line. They got to get the 8 for the first down. Get it across the 8-yard line.
This time we're going to come. Well, I thought Jace Moran actually is going to be the slot. Allen, we're going to have split backs in the backfield.
Get MJ back there.
Yeah. MJ's going to take the snap, and MJ's going to go to the right side, put his shoulder down, skates through a hole, and he's going to be knocking on the Stingray door.
Yeah, it was a nice run. Had Allen out there to block, but he cut inside of that.
Yeah.
And he saw the hole, got that first down, and we got 1st and goal here, Suwannee.
Boy, he got really, really close. If the yard marker's right, we're about 1.5 yards out from the end zone. Stay with the same set. Rawson will get the football, and he's going to follow. Delwyn Allen, right side, he goes untouched. And somebody say, give that dog 6. Oh, my.
Well, I was wondering if Suwannee was going to be able to answer, and they did. They marched down the field, and they put points on the board. It's now a 7-6 ball game with 5:46 to play here in the opening quarter.
Yep, and some pretty good strategy there. We got the penalty right off the get-go, the 15-yarder. And then we get a pass play, a couple running plays, and this all-important extra point is what the Dogs are going to need. A.J. hit, and he'll do the kicking chores. Here's the snap, a good one. Down on the tee, it's up, it's end over end, and that hammer knocker is good.
And just like that, we're all tied up. 7 apiece. 5:46 showing in the first quarter clock. It's Suwannee football on rivercountrysports.com.
Uh-oh, better call Bennett's.
When it comes to glass, in this area, folks know to call Bennett's Glass Company. Serving Live Oak and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Their reputation speaks for itself. From commercial to residential, new construction, remodeling, custom glass, auto glass, shower doors, mirrors. Tell your insurance company you want Bennett's. Bennett's Glass Company on Gold Kiss Boulevard in Live Oak. 386-362-2295. When glass breaks, better call Bennett's. Well, Andy, the Dogs did a good job on that drive, mixing up the run and the pass. We march 53 yards in 10 plays. Give credit to that return. Mount Zion did a nice job there and put us in good field position, and Dogs take advantage of that and go down and score. M.J. Rosson with the Wildcat run. Gets the touchdown from a couple of yards out. The PAT good. We're knotted at 7.
Yeah, good job by the Dogs to strike back quickly because we're going to probably have to contend with their speed all night long. They still got them scat backs.
Yeah.
Back there. Number 2, he'll be on the far side. He got the great return earlier. That's Jeremiah Evans. They also got their leading running back, number 6, Jordan Bell, right in the middle.
And going to be interesting to see if Suwannee goes ahead and kicks it deep. If we can't get it to the end zone, I'd just soon squib that thing.
Absolutely.
Not a lot of wind here tonight as so.
I was expecting that here on the beaches.
Yeah,
Close to it.
Closer to the beach.
Yeah.
Closer than we are anyway at home.
Oh, yeah. A.J. hit.
There's a squib.
Boy, he's going to kick it to the far sideline. I think it's just going to go out of bounds at the 32, and they can either, I guess, take it at the 35 or either take the penalty. I don't know.
They have that option. But, I think what he was trying to do is just kick it down there and see if we can run down and jump on it. But it went in a bounds. And let's see what Atlantic Coast decides to do. They threw the flag. And will they take the good field position? Or are they going to make Suwannee back up and kick it again?
I think they're going to make us kick it again. I mean, they got their speedsters back there. This time they'll bring number 8 back there along with number 2. They list him. That's McMillan.
Yeah, they're going to try to get that good field position, see if they can't get another good return. So Suwannee is going to have to kick it again. And ball right now at the 40-yard line. They'll march it back to the 35, and that's where the Dogs will kick from.
And he makes a little bit further and give them a chance maybe to regroup and get a pretty good return. We'll see what happens here.
I think Suwannee was trying to kick to that bare spot of the field and hustle down there and get a quick turnover. And it would have worked if it was in bounds because they didn't react really on the other side. So
they got their guys across the front. Then they got 3, but they're back 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, 23 yards behind the front line. So if you could put it in a spot in the middle, you might have a shot.
I think that's what they were thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what A.J. does on this one.
Yeah, see, number 8 for them will be in the middle of the field. That's
there's onside.
McMillan.
Onside kick.
Onside. Real quick, and we did get it. And we got it going the other way, boy. The Dogs come up with that strategy, and it was a good one, and we'll have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's old Moran.
Yeah.
He hustled down there and came up with it. So they try the little pooch kick, and they have to kick again because it goes out of bounds. Then they go ahead with a straight onside kick, and Atlantic Coast didn't react. Suwannee runs down there and comes up with a loose football. How about that?
Man. Just saying, and it went, over the 50-yard line, somewhere around the 47 on the Stingrays side, and we'll have a 1st and 10 from right there. Oh, mercy. Those Stingrays, they mostly go with a 4-man front, but they know we're running the football. Last time they had 7 across the front when we got close, and all them backers and their corners right up at the line of scrimmage. Not thinking we can throw the football. They're going to come after shotgun formation. We'll bring motion to the near side with Ralston, and we'll hand it off to Cooks the other way, and they ate us up in the backfield. Yeah. We'll lose at least 2.
Cooks got the football, looked up, and saw 2 black jerseys.
Yes.
And nowhere for him to go except for on the ground. So we'll lose about 5, maybe 4 or 5 yards there.
Yeah, they even gave us a worse. I thought they would have spotted at the 50-yard line. They took it 2 yards behind there.
It was a 5-yard loss. It's 2nd and 15 coming up for Suwannee. And this is the way the last drive started. First play, loss, then we went to the air.
This time we're going to have 4 receivers. Make it 5 receivers on the near side.
Wow.
And I don't know if I've seen that. I think somebody's in the wrong spot.
Yeah, we're going to have to burn a timeout here. Little confusion there by the Suwannee offense. So Suwannee will call a timeout and talk about this with 5:03 showing on the first quarter clock. All knotted up at 7. Suwannee football on rivercountrysports.com.
Rapid Fiber Internet's locally owned and operated, powered by Suwannee Valley Electric Co-op. Our local employees are dedicated to providing a world-class customer experience to each of our Suwannee Valley Electric members. Make the switch today to Rapid Fiber Internet's 100% fiber to the home internet system. To learn more about Rapid Fiber Internet, visit rapid-fiber.com. Again, that's rapid-fiber.com or call 866-64-RAPID.
Back here in Jacksonville, Suwannee and Atlantic Coast, Dogs use a timeout to straighten things out offensively. I had a couple players that weren't sure about that last play, so where do I line up? And so they smartly burn a timeout there. Good use of a TO. And now they come back, but they do have quads on the near side as far as receivers.
They do, and we got a short slot to the near side. Shotgun formation, and I'll just call it a naked backfield. Be in the gun, quick pass out here, and it's complete. That was fire on the pass. We'll get the completion, and we step out of bounds on the near side. Rawson makes the catch, and that one shocked the heck out of me.
Well, Rawson makes the catch, and it's always magic after he touches that football. You don't know. Yards after catch, and does a nice job there of picking up. He had the blockers in front of him, picking up some pretty good yards on that first or second down play.
Well, Fryer played quarterback a lot last year, and they put him out there in the gun. I was looking for the number, and I said, that doesn't look like and it was.
3rd and about 7 here.
See what we do here. This time, Sykes will be the quarterback. He'll be in the gun. Jason Moran will be the lone running back. He'll stand behind the 50-yard line. Trips to the far side of the field. Little play action and looking to curl pattern across the middle. We're wide open. And number 1 for the Dogs, that's old Noah Lopez, a possession receiver. He gets the catch.
Well, I was hoping to see Lopez back into the swing of things. And nice catch there. Pretty nice pickup. And should be enough for the first down. And it is.
That'll be just what the doggy ordered. 1st and 10 Dogs. From around I'm going to call it around the 37, just a guess.
Yeah, no, that's about right.
We'll have trips to the near side. Single receiver on the far side of the field. Shotgun formation for Sykes. Moran to his right. Hand off to Moran. He tries to take it off tackle. He'll put his shoulder down and bowl his way forward for a gain of a couple.
Get those tough yards.
Yeah.
Right into the middle of the defense. And so far, Moran running that ball hard for a guy that hadn't played that position much.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a big old fullback.
Yeah, been impressive. Made the onside kick recovery as well.
Oh, he's a hustler. He's a worker. He's one of them young dogs. It'll be something to look for here in the future. And not only today, but a big future ahead of him.
And you can look for him in the baseball season. He's a standout baseball player as well.
So we'll have Fryer and Lopez, and Brooks will come to the near side. Rawson will be on the far side of the field. Shotgun formation for Sykes. Moran will remain as the single back. He's looking for somebody to block. We run the out pattern, but we slipped, or either we got touchdown. I thought I saw a flag come out. They may have tripped us while we fell on the far side. Hard to see. And I could have been seeing things, too.
Yeah, there is a flag on the play, and it is going to be a pass interference call, and it is going to work against Atlantic Coast. But I never did find the flag, Andy. So,
well, I saw it.
Yeah, you had better eyes than you did.
Well, no, I was standing up, and I saw us slip down. What I thought it was us slipping down, but I think we might have been tripped down. Is what happened.
And I don't know that they have anybody can stay with MJ.
No.
And that might, they might tell him, look, you do what you have to do. Keep him out of the end zone.
Knock him down. It's a complete pass.
Yeah, second pass interference call against Atlantic Coast.
Mm-hmm. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side of the field for the Dogs of Suwannee. Shotgun formation, and Sykes is looking, steps up in the pocket, and we'll try to come back to the football.
Yeah. And again, our receiver down there, I believe that was Fryer. He tried to get the football, and there's a hand in his face, and at that time, no call. Well, that looked like could have been pass interference there as well.
Yeah, and the official just let that one go. I think he saw us push off just a little bit before that. And then there was a little hand checking going on almost at the end zone.
So 2nd and 10, Suwannee at the 21-yard line of Atlantic Coast.
Cooks will be the single back in the backfield. Sykes will be in the gun. Got a short slot on the far side of the field. And the single receiver near side, that'll be Ross. Tall sweep to Cooks. He's going to have to cut it up. And I'm telling you, the running game on the tall sweeps, trying to get outside on them has been very, very tough.
Yeah, and they're just, that just closed up in a hurry. Thought you saw a hole there for a second, but that went away quickly.
They got that big defensive end on that far side. And the big nose tackle, I think he's looks like number 90. Isaiah Jackson, he goes about 6'2", 250. Something to reckon with on that far side, and that seemed to be the side we were running to.
And now Suwannee facing a 3rd down and 10, 3:24 showing in the first quarter clocks, tied at 7 here on the road in Jacksonville, and a penalty flag will be marched against Suwannee. And I'm guessing that was for a hold.
Yeah, had to be, and we didn't see that flag.
Well, yes, 7. And we're not up high enough to see.
No, it's very hard to see. It's hard to tell what yard line we're even on.
And I've got the 36-yard line here, so that was a 15-yarder.
Yeah, and we got to get down to about the 11 for a first down. Shotgun formation for the old Dogs of Suwannee. That'll be Sykes back there. It looks like Cooks stays in the backfield. Cooks will come up, a little play action, looking down the football field. We intended for Fryer and just overthrows him about a yard or two. He was in man coverage.
And he had a step, but that ball was overthrown and couldn't catch up to it, so an incomplete pass. And that's going to bring up, I think is it 3rd or 4th down?
Well,
because we got the down over there on 3rd, so.
I was thinking it's 3rd.
Okay, 3rd down.
Yep. We'll have another shot at it, and if nothing else, maybe at least pick up 10 or 12 yards, and we might can kick a field goal from somewhere inside there. Like you say, the ball spotted at around the 36-yard line, maybe the 37, closer to that. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side of the field. Shotgun formation for Sykes, and it looks like Cooks will be the single back. Rawson will come in motion to this side and cut it up the field. And a lot of pressure, and we're going to be sacked. And I don't really know who we were looking for down the field. Rawson was just a decoy to the near side, which he attracted 2 of those stingrays. They were all over.
Yeah, Dogs are going to have to punt it away here. It had pretty good field position, got all the way down to the 21-yard line, but then things started moving the other way with penalties and sacks, and we're going to have to kick this away.
Kind of hurts when you had great field position around the 21, and then you kind of get going the opposite way.
Had that extra possessions, and now Dogs are going to turn around and play a little defense here.
Yeah, number 3 checks in for them. Cooper, he'll be one of the, but he got on there real late, and they might have called him for something. I don't know what happened, but the flag came right in front of their bench.
And it's going to work against Atlantic Coast. And so that's not going to be enough to give Suwannee a first down, however. But the Dogs will get 5 yards and punt it again.
Yeah, and I think the officials talking. I really don't know what the call is. You'll have to figure that one out.
I think that's illegal participation. And
well, and they had a player that was running on the field. That was number 3.
And that may have been it. He may have just got out there too late.
Yeah.
Or they had too many or something like that.
Yeah, Ezekiel Cooper, he'll be the back on the near side, the number 8. McMillan, he'll be on the far side. Here's a kick, high, spiraling kick. They're going to probably let it go in to the goal line, and if it backs up, but it did not, that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line, and that's where them old Stingrays start out 1st and 10.
All right, 2:05 showing on the first quarter clock. Still in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It's tied up at 7-7. Atlantic Coast got the ball first. They had a great return and had the ball at the Suwannee 30. 2 plays later, they were in the end zone for a 7-0 lead, but Suwannee didn't hang their head. They came right back on their next possession, tied it up. We're tied up at 7. And Suwannee with an onside kick had an extra possession, but could not cash in on that. And now let's see if the Dogs can come up with a defensive stand.
Redding and number 6. This time Bell, he'll be a wide receiver to the near side. Shotgun formation for Manigault. Stands about 4 yards deep. Suwannee in a 4-man front. They bring motion in front of him, and now the quick pass, a little slant across the middle of the field. We wrap him up, sling him forward, and he's going to pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, I thought Fryer had him, but like you said, he got to him, but he couldn't bring him down. And so he got a couple additional yards after that, but Suwannee cleans it up.
Yeah, on the reception, number 2, Jeremiah Evans. He came from that far side. He's a little bit shaken up. He'll come out of the game. And I believe number 16, Tyon Tolliver, he'll check in for him. He'll be on the far side of the field.
Had a 7-yard pickup, so 2nd down 3 coming up here for the Stingrays.
Manigo, number 18, quarterback, he'll be in the gun. They'll bring motion once again. Kind of looks like the same play. This time they hand off to the running back, number 6, Bell. Boy, he spurted out of there, got big running room, and we'll drive him toward the far sideline, but not before he picked up about 10 yards.
Starving on the tackle, Walker with an assist there on the sideline, but a big run by Bell.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It seems like their quickness when they give it to Bell, and like I said, he's probably doesn't weigh 100 and I'm going to say 150 pounds.
He's quick, though. He picked up 11 on that carry, and they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
You'll kind of hide behind them old big offensive linemen. If they can create the hole, he scoops through it and picks up good yardage. 1st and 10 Stingrays, and they're on the move. Number 6 will be to the near side. That's Bell. You can run the ball or catch it. Number 5 will be going in motion near side. Then they hand it off once again to Jordan Bell. He'll come near side. And that's time the Dogs read it pretty good, but he still picks up some decent yardage, 2 or 3.
Well, Cook's first one to get there. He missed the tackle, but then Feed was able to bring him down, and Starling was back there. And we're coming to the final seconds here of the first quarter, under 30 seconds to go here in this quarter. So they contain that running play. Only gave up a yard.
Bell remained the single back in the backfield. They try a little voice inflection. Manigo, the quarterback, he'll be in the gun. 2 receivers set on either side. Little play action to Bell. Quick pass complete to number 5 near side. He makes the reception, and boy, he might have a first down.
They're going to be close. Going to depend on the spot, and it looks like it is just shy of the first down.
Well,
and we're coming.
No, he's moving the sticks.
Okay, now they're moving.
Far official.
And they're going to have to figure that out and put the ball in the right place on the other side of the field. We have come to the end of the first quarter with your score 7-7. It's Suwannee football on RiverCountrySports.com.
In the heart of the red zone is where the game is won, and you need a dealership that knows about scoring big. At Roundtree Moore Ford, we've scored this area's largest selection of new and pre-owned inventory. And right now, we're scoring rates as low as 0%. It's time to get out of the stands and score big in the Roundtree Moore Ford red zone. At Roundtree Moore Ford, the customer always wins. So make your next ride a touchdown at RoundtreeMoreFord.com today.
Do you have a valuable garment that requires professional and quality dry cleaning? Your jeans need heavy starch, your slacks need hemming, or your wedding gown needs preserving? Hop on over to one of the 5 convenient locations, Howard Street Dry Clean in Live Oak, Town & Country Dry Clean in Perry, Madison Cleaners in Madison, or one of the 2 Cloud Cleaner locations in Lake City. All 5 locations have a convenient full-service drive-thru to better serve you. Each visit is greeted with a smile by a friendly and knowledgeable staff member. When you pick up your items, your satisfaction is guaranteed. As always, your business is appreciated. Visit one of the 5 locations today to ensure you are dressed to impress.
Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 for the Stingrays. And this time they hand it off to Bell straight up the middle of the football field. Them Dogs meeting just over the line of scrimmage. He gained probably up to the 50-yard line. Boy, they gave him a good forward progress to the 49 on our side. But, yeah.
Allen in there on the tackle had a lot of help there, but several of the Bulldogs. But, man, that cat runs the ball pretty hard.
Oh, he does. Not the I don't know, soaking wet, 150 pounds, but he's pretty quick up the middle and got some good offensive linemen.
Got 2 yards on that carry, 2nd and 8 here for Atlantic Coast.
Manigo will stand in the gun. Bell will be to his left. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Suwannee in a 4-man front. Now they'll bring just a quick pass at the line of scrimmage, man on man. They make a good reception and take it to the far sideline. I believe on the reception, Ethan Redding caught the football on the far side.
And they tackle him, get him out of bounds, but good pickup there and going to bring up a 3rd down and manageable here.
You know, they got some quickness on the outside, and like I say, it's not like they have 6'2" to 6'4" receivers. They're about our size. But a lot of quickness and pick up good yardage. They bring up 3rd down. We'll call it closer
to 3, I guess.
3.5, 4 yards.
Almost 4.
Stingrays out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Them old Dogs digging in on the other side. Number 3 will get set on the other side. That is Cooper. Shotgun formation for Manico. This time got a short slot near side, single back in the backfield, and they move. They try to get us to jump offside, but that's going to cost them 5, and that's just what the doggy is.
Sometimes those inflections can affect your own team. They're trying to use that voice inflection to get Suwannee to jump, and one of those linemen moved, and that'll cost them 5.
We'll do that. The quarterback will come to the near sideline, number 18, Rocco Manico. He'll get the next play call.
So that moves the ball back to the 49-yard line, 3rd down and about 8 yards to go now.
Swanee still in a 4-man front. Like number 16 and number 3, that's Tolliver. And Cooper will be to the near side. The wide receivers got one right inside of them. Shotgun formation for Manico. He's looking down the field across the middle. Slipped a little bit. Throws it across the middle. I think he took it away. Oh, my. 20 who? You'll have to catch that number.
And I believe that was 27 on the interception that time. That's Kyle Brown.
Yeah, Kyle Brown.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
His first tee is a varsity Bulldog.
It was. And he threw in the traffic, and there was a passel of dogs and stingrays right there. We get the big takeaway, and we got an injured player on the field, and I can't make out.
Yeah, I think it's a Suwannee player down on the field. So we'll check on that after we take this time out at Suwannee Bulldog football on rivercountrysports.com.
Everybody's always claiming to offer the top insurance, the lowest rate, blah, blah, blah. Well, cut the game and go to the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. Jeff is an independent agent, meaning he can shop around to get you the best price for the coverage you need. With access to major carriers like Auto Owners, Progressive, Travelers, and Mercury, stop with those cold 800 numbers. Discover the personal difference with the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. US 129 North in Live Oak. Call 364-2886 or visit jefftippensinsurance.com.
The injured player was Jace Moran, number 7, but he popped back up. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
He jogged off the field under his own power.
Yeah, he plays position they call the spear. Something had to come from Florida State, so I guess that's part of it. But really, he's just a kind of a linebacker that moves to the strong side and makes tackles. When he's out there on defense and then on offense, he could be anywhere.
Right now, they got Cooks in there, running back.
Shotgun formation. Sykes awaiting the pitch, and he fakes the toss pitch, looking down the field for number 5. We were wide open. We are wide open. We make the catch at the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Rawson cuts back at the 10 point. He got tripped up and goes way to the 1 or 2 yard line. Oh, my.
What a neat-looking play that time as they fake the handoff, little play action. And, boy, I tell you what, waiting for Rawson to get open and saw him open for a while, and he was waiting for that football, so he throw it now. And anyway, Sykes got it to him, and he knew what to do after that and almost got to the end zone, but didn't quite get there. It's going to be 1st and goal coming up inside that Roundtree 4-more red zone for the Suwannee Bulldogs.
Yeah, back in the day, I said you'd have had to been here to see that one, but you can actually see this one.
That's right.
No exaggeration. What a great play by Rawson, great pass by Sykes, and we are knocking on the Stingray door. Suwannee up to the line of scrimmage. Stingrays digging in on the other side, and they got about 6 across the front. We'll have kind of offset backs. Hand off to Jace Moran. He's going to try to take it outside. Dodges one would-be down for the touchdown, Suwannee. Oh, my. His first.
He had Allen out there as the lead blocker for him. Moran gets to the end zone and gets into the promised land as the Suwannee Bulldogs put 6 more on the board.
And I thought he might have made a bad decision by kicking it to the outside instead of following his blocker, but it turned out to be a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's one of those things you're yelling, no, no, no. Oh, go, go.
Exactly. Hit will attempt the extra point. The tee will be set right around the 10-yard line. Logan Brooks to hold her. Low snap. Gets it on the tee. Up, end over end. And that hammer knocker is good.
And the Suwannee Bulldogs had their first lead of the ball game. It's now 14-7. Suwannee leading Atlantic Coast with 9:31 here in the second quarter. It's Suwannee football on rivercountrysports.com.
Your one-stop auto shop, J&W Automotive. At J&W, you can buy a car. They've got a great selection to choose from. At J&W, you can get your car fixed. They provide complete vehicle repair. At J&W, they do paint and body work. Yeah, plus tires, front-end alignments, AC work, computer diagnostics. They cut and program keys. They are truly your one-stop, all-in-one automotive shop. J&W Automotive. Highway 129 North in Live Oak. Online at jwautos.com.
Well, Andy, we've got a good one here. Suwannee and Atlantic Coast, and Suwannee taking advantage of a turnover there and turning them into points. But boy, down the field, that MJ Rawson catch, and boy, that looked nice, almost to the end zone, but then gets us in the scoring position, and Jace Moran does the rest. and gets a touchdown on the ground. How about that?
Yeah, pretty awesome. You got to ask Jace Moran to step up. I mean, two of our other running backs are hurting, and he gets a lead block and cuts it to the outside and gets to the end zone. That puts Suwannee on top, 14-7.
And, Horn last week actually played half of that game with a broken collarbone.
Yes.
And, I mean, that's a tough hammer knocker right there.
I'm just telling you, and he's one of those backs could be pretty special for you. Horn is. Got to get him off them injuries.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's a senior this year. So,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Onside kick once again. Boy, it's coming a little. And we touch it. Keep it in bounds. And we flip on it.
Oh, my goodness.
One.
You got to be kidding.
Doing a focus.
Swanee did it again.
Goodness gracious.
And you look at film and you see, there's a little bit of hole there as far as special teams. A lot of room between the front line and then the backfield. So you kick it in between, you hustle down there, and they don't seem to react as quick. And that's twice we've been able to do that.
Well, and we had talked about it a little bit. It looked like it was 15 yards between the front line and actually the three across, and you got two back deep. So we hit that hole, and the ball backed up just like the doggy ordered, and we got it going the other way.
Wow.
Right around maybe the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 Dogs.
This time it looks like Delwyn Allen's going to be the running back, and number 5, M.J. Rawson, is going to be the quarterback. We'll have a short slot.
Wow.
And a single receiver to the near side. And I'm trying to see if that's Sykes, and it is.
Oh,
but we'll take it, and boy, I'm telling you, we got smashed. Maybe of a yard shy of the line of scrimmage.
Ran into Isaiah Jackson, and he goes about 250 pounds.
Well, they said, we've seen this before. We know who's keeping the ball, and that would be number 5.
The Wildcat that time doesn't do anything as we run into those big old stingrays.
I was wondering where the quarterback actually went on that, but he plays wide receiver. He ran kind of a pass route. Both Sykes did.
Yeah.
This time the Dogs will be in their traditional set. We'll have 2 receivers to the near side. Fryer will be the outside receiver. Rawson to the far side of the field. Shotgun formation. Jace Moran will be the single back. We're looking at about a 5-man front. Bull will bring motion with Rawson. He'll come across the field, take it in front. No, we're going to throw to the tight end or somebody over there on the far side of the field, but it's going to go incomplete.
Yeah, they were looking for Brooks, and they brought MJ in motion, line him up, and act like they were going to hand the ball to him, thinking the defense is going to react to that. And then they tried to pop the tight end, but did not come up with that incomplete pass.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 for Suwannee, right around the 36-yard line. We need all 11 of them this time. Dogs out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Lopez, Walker will be to the near side with Fry. Rawson will be to the far side of the field. Moran the lone back. They pin their ears. We're going to throw a screen pass. Moran's got it. We got a block. Moran's got a pure sideline to the 20. Somebody say 10. Somebody say 15. A move right there. We're knocking on the door around the 4 or 5.
How about that, man?
Wow.
That screen pass. Yeah, he just slipped out of the backfield, and nobody picked him up. And he got that football with all kind of room to run in front of him. And blockers down there?
Yeah, he had one block down the field. He cut it to the outside, and I thought he was going to just walk into the end zone. I didn't see the safety coming back. But what a great play call, because they had been pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback.
Well, got about 30-plus yards there. Maybe 34 yards on that one?
Yeah, they good. Dogs knocking on the Stingray door. This time we'll have kind of, I don't even know if you call it an offset, but 2 backs in the backfield, handoff, second back through. Cook's going to get off tackle, and somebody say, touchdown. Give them Dogs 6. Wow.
And it was basically the same play that Moran scored on, because you had Allen in there as a lead blocker, an extra blocker leading the way. And cleared that hole for him, and Suwannee takes advantage of that onside kick. They recovered an onside kick earlier, weren't able to put points on the board after that. Had to punt it away. But then came up with an interception, scored off of that, then an onside kick, scored off of that. And suddenly the Dogs up 2 touchdowns.
And now the all-important extra point. AJ hit. He'll do the kicking chores. The tee will be at the 10. Brooks gets it up on the tee, and we bang it through, it looks like, once again. Mercy.
Point after kick is good, and it's now 21-7. Suwannee leading Atlantic Coast, 7:55 to play here in the first half. It's Bulldog football on RiverCountrySports.com.
Now is a great time to earn a career in a year at River Oak Technical College. River Oak offers 17 career and technical education programs to select from that lead to industry credentials and high-wage careers. River Oak offers high-quality instruction, academic and financial advisement, mentoring, and coaching to ensure your success. Get hands-on education without breaking the bank or leaving the area. Grow your future with us at River Oak Technical College.
Suwannee Bulldog football here on rivercountrysports.com. Well, let's see. It looks like Atlantic Coast might tighten things up here as far as another onside kick. You don't think Dogs will do it again, do you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the third time's the charm. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But they may
if it doesn't work, you're giving up that field position.
Yeah, and I just really don't want to kick it to their speedsters back there. You got number 5, Redding, and then number 2, Evans, who's had a big run tonight. And then I don't know what you do. That's why I'm up here in the bleachers.
Kicking it deep did allow them to have about a 70-yard return.
Yeah.
So
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see what they do.
Number 18, A.J. Hitt will tee it up at the 40-yard line. This time he does kick it away. And they had came up. And I don't even know if it's going into the end zone, but I guess it did. I was thinking it was going to bounce and come backwards, but it did not.
It's beyond the cone. So it did get to the end zone, and that'll come out to the 20-yard line, and that's where they will take over possession. So Atlantic Coast will have the football at their own 20-yard line with the 1st and 10. And on their home field, they're down 2 scores on their senior night.
Mercy. Well, we'll see if the Suwannee defense can keep these scat backs in containment.
They're able to move the ball. Turnovers have been the problem so far for Atlantic Coast. Suwannee's had extra possessions and been able to take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah. Had control of the football and it ate up some clock time and got points out of it. Shotgun formation for Manigo. Single back in the backfield. That will be Bell. 2 receivers near side. Handoff to Bell. He tries to cut it back. One of them dogs got him wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage.
And I believe that was, I get his number there. I don't know if that was Watson in there. Somebody grabbed him, and I think it was 24.
Yeah.
So that was Kyler Watson.
Yeah, I saw the back of his number. I couldn't tell who made that initial, like you say, it grabbed him up around the shoulder pads.
He slowed him down, and then he got help in there from some of his teammates. So no gain on that play.
Them old Stingrays out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Manigo will be the quarterback. Single back in the backfield. That will be Jordan Bell. Single receiver near side. That'll be number 5, Redding. And handoff right side. Boy, hit him at the line of scrimmage, spin him around, and spin him to the turf. He may have got maybe a half a yard, maybe 1.
Yeah, not much there. Suwannee bowing up a little bit on defense. A couple of back-to-back stops on their running game. And hang on. Flag on the play.
Yeah, there might have been a face mask if he's walking 15.
Yeah, he didn't stop at 10. So,
well, I need the replay.
Yeah, I didn't see the face mask. Is that the call? I hadn't seen the call.
I hadn't seen the call yet.
And we're assuming they never did show us the call that I saw anyway. That's too bad because we had him at 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and he was kind of spun around, so they could have called a horse collar or a face mask. Dogs with a 4-man front, we better get set. Here's the snap, hello, and then a flag comes a flying, and I think they moved early. This will cost them 5.
And it is going to be a procedure call. The line of scrimmage, as I had it, was the 41. And so this should move the ball back to the 36. If trying to figure out where I am on the field.
Well,
I may be off. Let's see. Actually, it looks more like the 32.
I really can't see the markers from here. But yeah, maybe around the 32-yard line. Manigo, the quarterback in the gun, single back will be Bell. 2 receivers to the near side. Single receiver far side. We fake the blitz. We back off. Quick pass complete to number 2 near side. He tries to cut it to the inside. Just Jeremiah Evans, but didn't really go anywhere.
And Jace Morant was there to make sure of that.
Yeah.
Morant playing a good game. Special teams, offense, defense. He's getting her done tonight.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
Looked like actually that was a loss.
Yeah, it was a loss.
Play. So this will be a 2nd and about 17 coming up.
Now, they like to throw, or so far in this ball game, they've thrown mostly those quick passes or quick outs or a slant across the middle of the field. We'll see what they do here. They'll have trips to the far side of the field. Single receiver, he's in tight. Shotgun formation, 4-man ago. And now number 6, Bell, goes in motion. Look, across the middle of the field, little slant pattern. Boy, they make the kicks. Number 5, a pretty good move. That's Redding, and he's going to get more than enough for the first down. And he was wide open over the middle of the field.
Clay Starley makes the tackle, but the damage was done, and they pick up the 17 yards and get that first down.
Looks like we're going to have an official's timeout for them doggies need some more.
6:03 to play here in the second quarter. Suwannee up 21-7. It's Bulldog football on RiverCountrySports.com. It's time to sign the kids up for soccer. Suwannee Parks and Recreation on Silas Drive in Live Oak is conducting registration in November for the 2024-25 season. Registration runs from November 4th through December 1st. Register early to save. Soccer is open for boys and girls ages 5 to 13 with 4 different age divisions: 6 and under, 8 and under, 10 and under, and 13 and under. For more information, call 386-362-3004 or visit SuwanneeParks.com. Suwannee Bulldog football here on a Friday night. We're in Jacksonville tonight at Atlantic Coast High School, where the Suwannee Bulldogs doing battle with the Stingrays. Right now, Suwannee enjoying a 21-7 lead. And the Stingrays now marching down the field. They've got a 1st and 10, and they've got the ball at the, looks like about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and it's just, pretty tough. You can't see the pylons or actually the cones on this side of the field. You can see them on the far side. So they have it around the 47. Shotgun formation, 4-man ago. Here's the snap and handoff to Bell. We hit him right in the backfield. He didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. He ran right into Allen and a bunch of those Bulldogs. About half the defense in on that one, just like a big green wall.
Yeah, we got great penetration that time. They'll back him up, I guess, to the 50-yard line.
So he'll lose 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd and 13 coming.
The more Stingrays out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Number 2, Evans, he'll be the receiver to the near side. He'll have trips to the far side of the field, and Manigo will be in the gun. Looking to that far side, little curl pattern across the middle. Boy, we almost picked it, and that was Fryer that knocked it away.
And I thought he came up with that INT. That was close. But it's a nice defensive play there by Coy Fryer.
Mercy.
Well, got him in 3rd and long again. Let's see if we can get off the field here.
Yeah, they like to go to Evans. He was kind of their speedster. He had that big return, and then he got their first touchdown. But they do have some other receivers they can throw to. Out of the huddle, up to the line of scrimmage. All the Stingrays. Suwannee in a 3-man front and hold everything.
And I believe Suwannee called a timeout here. Yep. Dogs use a timeout. That'll stop the clock. 5:13 to play here in the second quarter. Suwannee leads 21-7 in Suwannee football on RiverCountrySports.com.
Rapid Fiber Internet's locally owned and operated, powered by Suwannee Valley Electric Co-op. Our local employees are dedicated to providing a world-class customer experience to each of our Suwannee Valley Electric members. Make the switch today to Rapid Fiber Internet's 100% fiber to the home internet system. To learn more about Rapid Fiber Internet, visit rapid-fiber.com. Again, that's rapid-fiber.com or call 866-64-RAPID.
It's dog ball here on the Friday night. Wayne Luttrell, Andy Day bringing you the call. We got Rivers Martinez over there. He's pushing our buttons.
Oh, yeah.
And Dusty and Sawyer are camera operators tonight. Tammy Neal keeping everything in check. On the road tonight in Jacksonville.
One of them long road trips with a lot of traffic.
It's going to be a happy trip back if we can hold on to this lead.
Hopefully so. Shotgun formation. They'll bring motion to the near side. He'll get set and go back the other way. Look that way through a little screen, a little bubble screen underneath, but the Dogs read that all the way. We had 4 of them white jerseys all around the football.
And they were thinking screen, and Suwannee was thinking the same thing. And lucky for them, that fell incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and here comes the punting unit.
Pretty good job by the Dog defense.
Now,
we may can set up a return here. We'll see what
at
happens.
midfield, you always got to watch out for trickery.
Oh, yeah. what is it, about 4th and maybe 13?
Yeah, but they're at the 50-yard line. You never know. Just saying, watch for it.
Yeah, I think number 10, Jones. No, it's actually number 30. It's going to do the kicking chores. They didn't really listen. That's Zion Scott. Got to check that up back and make sure it isn't that good running back, number 6. But we'll wait and see. One of them dogs back deep, and we jumped off sides. Can you believe that?
Yeah, and it was the up back that actually moved his arm, kind of a motion, and I guess Suwannee saw that and got a little antsy. That's not going to be enough for a first down, but the offsides will move this ball just a little closer.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of hate that. You got to stay on side, especially when you're setting up a return, because Rawson's the lone dog that's back deep, somewhere around the 10-yard line.
Now 4th and 8 from the 45.
Yeah.
Still in punting formation.
Yeah, do it again, then you're really in trouble. As we await the snap from the punter, they're going to do it again. And I just don't know about that up back dropping that. Man, we come after it for a high spiraling kick. Going to probably hit. We got a dog real close to it. And it hits the turf, and they're going to pin us inside the 5-yard line. Wow.
Beautiful punt there. And you're right. MJ Rawson, boy, he was licking his chops wanting a return there, and he just couldn't do it as that ball hit on the ground, and they were down there to cover it, and he smartly backed off. But Suwannee is going to be pinned deep in their own territory to begin this drive. 4:57 left to go until halftime, and Suwannee gets the football back, leading 21-7.
And that's the thing about it, field position plays a big role here because it doesn't take but a turnover or bad exchange. You're going to come out running the ball. And I tell you, the Stingray defense, they've done a pretty good job on us as far as putting about 6 upon the line of scrimmage with backers in tight. So we'll see what Suwannee does here.
I'm going to say the line of scrimmage is their own 3-yard line.
Yeah.
So 97 yards away.
Them old dogs, 97 yards from pay dirt. We lead it 21-7. See if we can hold on to it for about 4:57 and maybe some points. Shotgun formation for Sykes, number 9, Delwyn Allen. He'll be the lone back in the backfield. Hand off to Allen. He's going to take it to the left side. Big hole for Allen. He busts through the line of scrimmage. Wow, breaks one would-be tackler, and he'll pick up some good yardage and a big old doggy first down.
He'd have had more than that, but Craig Murphy Jr. was on the ground, and he just got a hand on him.
Yeah.
Just enough to trip Allen up. A nice run there by number 9.
Yeah, he had some running room. And I tell you what, if he had 4.2 speed, he'd still be running. Or it might have been saying touchdown.
And out to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good pickup from the 2 or 3 yard line.
Yeah, line.
See if we will throw it here or keep it on the ground. 2 receivers near side. That'll be old Mount Zion and Lopez. Single back in the backfield is Moran. Hand off to Moran. He cuts it back up the middle and runs into a bunch of Stingrays. It cluttered it up. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage or a foot or so.
Had some momentum there for a second, but then big number 90, Jackson, makes another big play for the Stingray defense.
Yeah, I'm pretty much, I would say, remaining a little conservative, especially back here, backed up, playing the game of field position. You got a 14-point lead.
Yeah.
We just need to get a couple first downs.
Got that clock running.
Rawson will be in coverage out here on the near side. We'll have 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Shotgun formation. Moran the lone back. Little play action to Moran. Looking. We'll set up the screen pass. This time kind of covered up. We throw it in the turf, and it'll bring up a third down situation.
Well, I think it set up the screen, but I don't think Atlantic Coast was pulled that time. And so an incomplete pass. And that stops the clock. 3:36 left to go here in the quarter.
Let's see if the Dogs have a 3rd and 9 play and see if we can pick up a first down. We got 3:36 to go here in the second quarter of play.
I don't really want to give them the ball back and
I don't
them to get any momentum.
Not before the half.
Exactly.
Suwannee up to the line of scrimmage, and Stingrays digging in on the other side. They got 4 across the front, and then 1 backer stacked up here. Or actually, 2 of them at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw it. And the quarterback, Sykes, flushed out of the pocket. He's not going to get far out of the pocket. And maybe lost a couple of yards.
Yeah, basically took a sack there. He was looking for somebody downfield. Couldn't find anybody open that he wanted to throw to, so he tucked it in, tried to get out of harm's way, but could not, and ends up taking the sack.
Mercy, we're going to have to punt it away with plenty of time.
Yeah. Still 3 minutes to go, and Well, we'd like to maintain that 2-touchdown lead, and let's see if the defense can hold on to this thing.
And you always know it's always it can be things happen when you're in a punt formation. You're back by your own goal line. Kind of a low snap. They don't come after it. High end over end kick. It's going to hit somewhere around the 45. Take a little bit of a bulldog roll across the 50 and be down right at the 46-yard line.
Nice punt that time. A.J. Hitt doing a nice job. You know, he had kind of a one rough game this year, but other than that, he's had an outstanding year.
He has. He's done a great job for Suwannee.
Yeah, no question about that. And, of course, you know, I say you had a bad game. Everybody had a bad game that game.
Yes,
so
they did.
there was that. 2:45 left to go. That's what the scoreboard clock reads here in the second quarter. Coming up at the half, don't forget we've got our player spotlight and also our Bulldog Bark with Keith Hunter. Our player spotlight tonight, Blaine Cruz and Kamari Thompson. We'll talk to those young men.
Well, Blaine Cruz started out at center tonight, so listen to them big old offensive linemen.
Big dogs.
Manigo in the gun, low snap. We try to get some penetration, and the quarterback's going to have to run with it. Boy, he's going to the other side, but we're going to cut him down for about a 2-yard loss. Good play by the Suwannee defense.
Well, that low snap just kind of threw everything off for them, and quarterback having to scramble, try to get in harm's way, make something and enough, and he could not. The dog defense, it's just too tough.
Yeah, and I think Travis Feed was the linebacker that got in there on top of him when he tried to cut it back the other way. And, boy, they lose a couple.
Yeah, they lost about 3 there, so 2nd and 13 coming up.
From the 44-yard line. 3 receivers near side, single back in the backfield. That'll be Bell. The quarterback, Manigo, calls for the snap. Here's the snap. Looking, quick pass over the middle of the field. And they just run that simple slant. We must have been bringing a linebacker or something, and we got to get some coverage on that guy on those little short slants.
Yeah, we're lucky that was an incompletion, but I think the rush maybe hurried that throw up just a little bit, and it was off the mark. So 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and some pretty good yardage, 13 or 14 yards for the Stingrays.
Minute 58 left to go until halftime.
Stingrays out of the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. They'll come with trips to the near side. Single back in the backfield. Suwannee still in a 3-man front. 3 backers stacked in behind them. This time we bring those backers. We're coming after the quarterback, and we're going to force him out of the pocket. Find somebody. Boy, they got a wide open receiver and a 1st down or close to it. Mercy, how did he get that ball out of there?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Evans once again.
Evans on the receiving end of that, and tackle made right away, but
I mean, we were all on him like white on rice, but there had to be a hole.
We did have a hole, and it's coming back.
Well, that's what the old dogs needed right there. Well, that would have been a big play and a 1st down. Wow.
Tell you what, student section's having a good time over here.
Yeah, they're having a wild time.
I don't think they care what's going on the field.
They're
having fun.
On senior now.
Yeah. 3rd down and a bunch here.
It will be. Quarterback, Manigo will be in the gun. Kind of the same set with Bell. Trips to the near side. He's looking this way. If I can read his eyes. Little out pattern. And what a great catch by number 5 on the near side. Actually, he steps out of bounds and gets out of bounds. But he had a good pickup. And it'll be a manageable 3rd down. And we got a down dog in the backfield.
And we do have an injured Suwannee player. A hound on the ground.
Yeah.
Training staff is out there to take a look at him.
Who's holding?
And is that Moran again?
It could be. I couldn't tell what happened once the ball came out of the to the near side out of the quarterback's hand.
Not quite sure, but trainers are out there looking at him.
You know, that was Redding with the catch, and he made a catch in traffic.
Oh, he did.
And the quarterback was under duress.
And he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah.
Still a minute 40 left to go in this half.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell with that hound on the ground right around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and now this is not going to be enough for the 1st down. It's going to be about 4th down and about 8 coming up here for Atlantic Coast.
Yeah, it will be.
We're at about the 47-yard line.
No, it might be. Oh, it might be what? 20.
I can't
see. It may be Hunter Watson. I can't really read the number, so I'm not going to speculate.
I think it is, Hunter. He's got his helmet off. I see that red hair. Yeah, that's 21.
Man.
And he's just trying to come back off injuries, working him in slowly.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, fourth down for Atlantic Coast, and let's see if they go for it here or they kick it away. They're in punting formation.
I was going to say we're going to do a double hunker if they're going for it, but now Suwannee isn't. Well, we will take 2 back deep. I'm a little surprised on that. But I'd get up on the line of scrimmage with these receivers. They got a receiver, well, actually 2 split, and they're the guys that's supposed to run down the football field. They got an up back right at the line of scrimmage. See what's happening. He's going to move those arms. No, he didn't do it this time. And they'll punt it away. Boy, end over end kick. Fryer's going to run up there and retrieve the football and run it straight up the field, and he'll be pinned to the turf after picking up a little bit of yardage, 7 or 8 yards. I think that was number 6, so running back Bell that made the tackle.
Well, Swanee's going to have one more crack at this thing, and let's see if they play it conservative or try to get a big play with 1:12 left to go until the half. Let's see what the Dogs do here. Going to be an interesting call coming up. Hey, home games at Paul Langford Stadium means home cooking, so bring your appetite when you come to the games and visit concessions. The Bam Boosters, located on the home side, and the NJROTC on the visitor side. They're cooking up hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken strips, and more, plus cold drinks at a reasonable price. And remember, while you cure that appetite, you're helping 2 terrific organizations, the Suwannee High School Bam Boosters and the NJROTC. Our final home game of the season. Don't miss it next week against those Childs Timberwolves. 7:30 kickoff at Paul Langford next Friday night.
Oh, yeah, and you got to have at least some chicken strips, some French fries, and something to drink with that, and, boy, add to it. Yeah. Can't beat it.
Home cooking.
There you go. Shotgun formation and handoff back. First back through, I think it was Dylan Allen. I would have called that a crossbuck. He came to the near side.
Yeah, got a little Pittman influence there on the crossbuck. And that was number 9 with the carry that time.
Yeah, and I think with the clock running, we're under about 50 seconds. I'm thinking we're going to take our time and just try to hold on to the football. That's probably what I would do. I don't even know if I'd want to hand it off. If we're not trying to score a touchdown. Just being honest. Dogs up to the line of scrimmage, single back in the backfield. This may be Rawson. It is. He's going to take it off the left side. He'll cut to the outside. Rawson will get out of bounds on the far sideline after a gain of about 10 yards.
Just simple Wildcat snap. Just takes the football and gets to the outside, picks up a big first down.
And the thing about it, as they move the sticks, that does stop the clocks. I don't know if they actually gave him getting him out of bounds.
Got the ball at about the 36-yard line approximately.
Oh, yeah.
And clock running, and we may not run another play.
No, we're looking to the sideline. We're actually walking that way. I think we're just going to call it a first half with a 21-7 lead. And that's exactly what's going to happen. We're down to 2-1. Dogs lead it 21-7, and it's halftime here in Jacksonville.
It is halftime. Back with second half action. After our halftime Bulldog Bark, that's with Keith Hunter. That's brought to you by Morgan Tree and Debris. And we also have the Player Spotlight, brought to you by Hunter Abercrombie, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Live Oak. Andy and I will be back with second half action. Right now, it's halftime with your score, Suwannee 21 and Atlantic Coast 7. It's dog ball on a Friday night on RiverCountrySports.com.
What if I told you that right now you can get a top-of-the-line home for the price of a starter home? Do I have your attention? Right now at Bobby Corbett's Mobile Home Center, while inventory lasts, we have 4 Destiny homes marked down lower than you will find anywhere else. These homes are tape and textured with tile bathrooms and so much more. The price also includes delivery, setup, AC, steps, pad, permits, and skirting. This is by far the best promotion we have run in years. Come by to see these homes Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 1126 East Howard Street, Live Oak, Florida. If we're not open when you're available, call and we'll arrange a special appointment. We've been in the business since 1968 and at this location since 1986. Management is in the 3rd generation of our family, and as my papa always said, we are friends helping friends buy a home. We look forward to meeting you. Come to the Big Blue and Tan buildings or call 386-364-1340 with any questions, or for more info, that's 386-364-1340.
Bobby Corbett's Mobile Home Center, offering a hassle-free shopping experience. Your one stop for all your manufactured home needs.
When you're in the market for a home or vacant property to build that dream home on, contact Pool Realty of Live Oak. They can also help locate commercial real estate for your business venture. Pool Realty has a full team of professional and caring real estate brokers and agents, so always think Pool Realty of Live Oak to help you find the perfect home or property in Suwannee or surrounding counties. Pool Realty, a proud supporter of Suwannee Bulldog football and rivercountrysports.com.
Hey Bulldogs, let the UPS Store of Live Oak handle all of your packing and shipping needs. The UPS Store of Live Oak also offers mailboxes, printing, faxing, scanning. We also offer notary services and shredding services as well. Stop by your local UPS store. There's help in here. Real help. The UPS Store, proud sponsors of Suwannee Bulldog football on the rivercountrysports.com.
It's time to sign the kids up for soccer. Suwannee Parks and Recreation on Silas Drive in Live Oak is conducting registration in November for the 2024-25 season. Registration runs from November 4th through December 1st. Register early to save. Soccer is open for boys and girls ages 5 to 13 with 4 different age divisions: 6 and under, 8 and under, 10 and under, and 13 and under. For more information, call 386-362-3004 or visit SuwanneeParks.com.
It's time now for the Bulldog Player Spotlight, brought to you by Hunter Abercrombie, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Live Oak. Hunter Abercrombie and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It's time now for Player Spotlight. We're at halftime between the Suwannee Bulldogs and Atlantic Coast. And here at halftime, we do Player Spotlight. That's brought to you by Hunter Abercrombie, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. And we certainly appreciate his support. In the spotlight tonight, we've got a couple of the big dogs here. We've got Blaine Cruz and Kamari Thompson. How are you guys doing on this Friday night?
We're doing good.
Doing good? Tell me about that. And I'll start with you, Blaine. Tell me about your play this year. How would you assess it?
Just come out and just talk, speak, communicate. Just know my assignment, and just stay locked in.
Do you feel like you played well? What kind of grade would you give yourself if you had to grade yourself? A, B, C, D.
This past game, Taylor County, I'd give myself a high B, high C, low B.
Okay.
Always room for improvement.
Yeah, and that's a good attitude to have because
Yes,
you
sir.
can always get better. No matter if you feel like you had a perfect game, there's always some room for improvement.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Kamari, what would you say? How would you grade your play so far this year?
I graded a C.
A C?
It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Okay. You feel like you can get better.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are you working on technique wise? Is it remembering plays, being lined up properly? I mean, what is?
It's more of the technique wise. I'm going against like guys twice my size, and I got to just fight across that every time.
Yeah, you got to get leverage, and and it seems like we are kind of undersized against about everybody we play.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, we're used to that.
Yeah.
That doesn't intimidate you though, does it?
No, sir.
Okay. Would you agree with that? Kind
Yes,
of
sir.
undersized. It seemed like when we go up against some of these bigger teams.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being the low man. Low man wins. So.
Yeah. Now you're both juniors. This your first experience as far as varsity football for both of you?
I played a little bit of varsity last year. I was back up behind Andrew Harrell.
Right.
So.
But I mean, as far as being a starter.
Oh yes,
being a star.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you guys think about how the season has gone? There's still goals out there. We haven't won in every game, but we've been in every game.
Yes, sir. It's just finishing.
Yeah.
I think we're finally seeing to pick up. When we finish, that's when it goes our way. So we're at practice. We're starting to finish a little bit better, and just gonna finish good, finish strong.
Kamar, you're listed as a defensive lineman. Is that normally where you play at D line? Have you played some linebacker?
No, sir. I tried, but Coach all won't let me.
Okay. Wait, so you're okay on that defensive line?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, linebacker. There's a lot more responsibility as far as whether it's a run or a pass, and you got to shoot the gaps. Your job is to make that push up there on the line, and so you feel like you're improving in that. I want to see you get a sack this year.
I'm trying. I had one against Appleton, but it just slipped me right there.
Yeah, yeah. What about your play as far as offense, defense? Mainly, you're listed an offensive lineman. Have you had any play on the other side of the ball?
No, sir. At practice, I'm mostly just O-line. You know, if they need a scout look for D-line, I'll sometimes hop out there, but primarily it's just O-line.
Okay. How are things going for you guys away from football? How's the classroom working out?
It's good.
It's going good.
Yeah, straight A's.
I have 2 B's.
That's
Yes, sir.
nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
It's about the same thing.
Okay. Hey, how would you balance, or how do you feel like the balance between the athletic ability? I mean, getting out there, practicing, playing games, and all the time you have to put the film study and everything on football, but then also keeping up your grades. How hard is that to balance?
It's very difficult.
Yes, sir. It's difficult because, homework after practice, get home from practice late,
And
stay
you're-
up a little bit later doing
and you're
homework. Tired, studying, don't get to sleep, till a little bit later.
Yeah. I bet you both have enjoyed this cooler weather here lately.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Them dog days in the summer with all that humidity. Whew.
Oh, that was
It's getting warmer out, and like these past couple of days, it ain't,
Yeah.
and that sun cooking.
Still better than it was.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, anybody you want to say hello to might be watching the stream, want to send a shout out to?
I'll shout out my mom, Tequila Thompson.
I want to shout out my mom also, Chrissy Johns. Love you.
Good deal. You got to say hello to mom.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's important. All right. So as far as what you might do, I know that you're only juniors, but as far as going into your senior year and then looking past that, past high school, do you guys have plans? Have you thought about maybe continuing your athletic careers, or you have your mind on going to college or going into a trade, or what are y'all thinking? I'll start with you, Blaine. What do you think?
Yes, sir. I'd like to, go to college, keep
Okay.
playing football if
Okay.
possible.
All right.
But if worst comes to worst, I would go to trade school. Be an electrician is my plan,
Okay.
or a game warden. So,
Okay.
but far most is just I want to continue and stay focused on football for as long as I can.
See how far football can take you, and then get your education at the same time in both of those careers, man. You'd be all right. Electrician, always going to need those, and
Yes,
game
sir.
warden. That actually would be one of my choices if I had it to do again.
Yes, sir.
Kamari, what about you? Have you thought about the future?
Yes, sir. I would like to go to college to be like a civil engineer,
Okay.
build bridges and stuff like that.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic. Well, keep them good grades up.
I'm trying.
As far as what school you would go to, is there one in mind?
I'm a Gator fan, but sadly, FSU, they have like the best civil engineer program in the state.
Now, if you went to Tallahassee, would you still be a Gator fan?
Yes, most
Okay.
definitely.
All right. My son went to USF and maintained his Miami Hurricane allegiance, so it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
What about you? What's your dream school?
My dream school would be Florida, UF.
Okay.
That's my dream. That's who I've watched since I was little.
Yeah.
It's who I've kept up with. So,
All right. Well, we'll see how it works out. But anyway, good luck to you guys as we go through the rest of this year, and good luck in your futures.
yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You've been watching Player Spotlight. Stay tuned. We've got the Bulldog Bark with Keith Hunter coming up for you next.
Are you new to investing and not sure where to begin? Start by looking for a financial advisor who will offer you a strategy personalized for you and your family. One who will be there as your life and financial situation changes. I'm Hunter Abercrombie, your Live Oak Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner together to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today at 386-364-3699. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Tonight's Player Spotlight was brought to you by Hunter Abercrombie, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Live Oak. Hunter Abercrombie and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
All right, hey Bulldog fans, when you're hungry, we can satisfy that appetite at Beef O'Brady's of Live Oak. Come dine with us during, before, or after the ball game. We feature big screen TVs, so you won't miss any of the big events. At Beef O'Brady's, check out our game room featuring pool tables and games for the kids. Stop by Beef O'Brady's for some good food, good sports, and good games.
The Bulldog Bark on RiverCountrySports.com is brought to you by Morgan Tree and Debris.
Hi, I'm Keith Hunter, and this is the Bulldog Bark. And joining me on tonight's Bulldog Bark is
Hunter Abercrombie.
Oh, Abercrombie, how you doing, man? It's been a long time. How you been?
Doing good, thank you.
Okay. Well, again, another season.
Yes, sir.
And are you running? What are you doing? What's your capacity with Bulldog football?
So I do the music, the in-game and pre-game music. So I do it if you like it. If you don't like it, it's somebody else doing it.
Right. Now, Abercrombie, that name rings a bell here,
yes, sir.
Obviously. And you graduated from Suwannee back when?
2002.
Okay, 2002, man. It's been 22 years ago since
yes, sir.
you wore the green and white. I still see you wearing the green and white as well.
That's right.
Now, you told me that you played on the Bulldog baseball team.
That's right, yes, sir.
Who was the coach back then?
Ronnie Gray was our coach back then.
Okay.
Coach Gray.
Now, you know, I played baseball also here.
Yes, sir.
In Suwannee. I finished in '84. Coach Terry Mixon was our coach, and Coach Randy Etheridge.
Yes,
so
sir.
both of them were our coach. We had some good ball players though back then.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Know the history well. Yes.
Yeah, Mike Martinez, Buddy Williams, David Woods, Tom Lashley. A lot of those guys went on to actually even play in.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. A lot of good athletes.
Yeah, definitely. So, did you take your baseball beyond Suwannee?
Yes, sir, I did. I played 2 years at Tallahassee Community College and then 2 years at Mercer University in Macon, Georgia.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you didn't go to ABAC. You know, Coach Mixon was over there in Macon as well, but at ABAC. Well, Tifton.
Yeah, Tifton. He was a little bit south. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
no,
south.
I stayed a little bit further north.
Okay, did y'all play them?
Sir?
Did y'all play against ABAC every now and then?
We did play ABAC when I was at TCC. Surely did. Yes, sir.
Now, how was that? How did that turn out for you?
It went good for our side.
Okay. Now, what position did you play in baseball?
I was a left-handed pitcher.
Pitcher?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, pitcher's like quarterback.
That's right. Get a little bit, set the tone.
Yeah, right. How would you equate those two if you had to equate those?
I didn't play quarterback, so but just watching and kind of knowing the position, I think, just kind of set the tone for your team. You know, your attitude, your demeanor.
Right.
Everybody feeds off of that. The guy on the mound's the general, kind of like the quarterback.
Right. Okay. And again, your involvement with Bulldog baseball.
Yes, sir.
You know, like they always say, like football. Those games teach you about life.
Absolutely.
Right. And you can take those life lessons you learn in baseball.
Absolutely.
Do you still notice that to this day?
Oh, 100%. Just fight through adversity. Just doing whatever you can. You know, fight through adversity, work hard. You know, stay with it. Good things happen.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Definitely true. We're doing Bulldog football for 2020. How long have you been out here doing Bulldog football?
Oh man, so I started working at the school in 2010. I was the athletic director, so ever since then, 14 years now, I've been doing something on Friday nights.
Right.
The jobs have changed, but I've been doing something.
All right, so now are you still AD now, or?
No, sir, no, not anymore. I left the school system and turned that over to Frank Allen, so he gets that stress.
Okay. Now, when I was here back with the athletic director, I remember was Coach Cato.
Probably Coach Cato. I was going to say probably Coach Cato.
Yeah.
Then Coach Cannon after him. And,
okay.
Yes, sir. Then Coach Etheridge.
Okay, that is right. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I got a Coach Cato story. You know, we played back in. I was always a baseball player as well, but even though I used to pitch. He was like, Catfish, I want you to come out and be the quarterback. You know, that's why I thought about that. If you had been out there, Coach Cato would have got you to come on that field.
Yeah, he was my youth league basketball coach.
Was?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you remember all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so as you look back, who are some of the coaches that have inspired you? I mean, whether Coach Cato or whoever?
Well, so when I was in middle school, my baseball coach was Alan Bonds.
Okay.
Gary Edwards was like a big brother to me. And then Coach Gray, man, who's to this day the best baseball coach I've ever had. Of course, I had Coach Mixon, Coach Robinson, like everybody did. And, man, my dad coached me for a long time. So all of those guys, Coach Walls was the football coach. So when I was in high school, we had great football teams. Coach Hall was a class ahead of me, so that group was obviously great. 1999, the state runner-up. So a lot of, anybody that came when I was coming up, we were very blessed with the coaches we had in town.
And you're taking me through memory lane. You mentioned Alan Bond.
Yeah.
Alan played with me. He was a class of '85.
Yes, sir.
A great second baseman.
Yes, sir.
And I'm telling you, he could hit.
Yes, sir.
Alan was tough.
Yes, sir.
And if I had to go to war with anybody, I'm taking him with me.
Right.
That was one tough.
Yes,
he was
sir.
tough.
Absolutely.
All right, and then you mentioned, of course, Gary Edwards, late Gary Edwards. Gary was a class of '85, and we went to Tallahassee together. He was at FAM, I was at Florida State.
Yeah.
We stayed in the same apartment complex and worked at Winn-Dixie at the same time.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, all those names, man, that you call. Coach Mixon.
Yep.
I mean, Coach Mixon was our baseball coach. Coach Etheridge. So like you said, man, you bring up some great names.
Yes, sir.
And that's just a reflection of the athletic community that we have here at Suwannee
The tradition,
County.
that's right.
Tradition.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well, anyway, when you look back, we still talk about Coach Pittman now to this day.
Yeah.
We still talk about all these coaches that you mentioned.
Yep.
20 years from now, what do you want them to think about you, brother?
Oh man, the kids that I coach now, I hope they knew I loved them. You know, the people. There's a saying: the people that were hardest on you were the ones that really cared about you.
Right.
And that's it. Just want them to be good people, and just hope they know that we loved them and we wanted the best for them.
Yeah, man, that's well said. Well
yes,
said.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you again for joining.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, man. All right, I want to thank you, Hunter Abercrombie, for joining me on the Bulldog Bark. Baseball, the class of 2002, and went on to become the athletic director at Suwannee High School. You know, speaking of baseball, so many great baseball players come to mind. Mike Jones, Donnie Allen, Phil Washington, Kenny Williams. Man, I could go on. Ronnie the Snake Neal, Scott Barnes. Just a lot of great players that have come through Suwannee High. A lot of them played football as well. But again, just want to say thank you, Hunter Abercrombie, for joining me on the Bulldog Bark. Just talking about baseball just conjures up a lot of great baseball memories. You've been listening to a Bulldog Bark. I'm Keith Hunter, and we'll see you next week, right here on rivercountrysports.com. Do you need tree service? Morgan Tree and Debris provides you with quality and affordable tree service in Live Oak and surrounding communities. Morgan Tree and Debris is a full service and tree company. Tree trimming, tree removal, firewood, stump grinding, storm cleanup, debris removal. Contact Morgan Tree and Debris at 386-249-0472. That's Morgan Tree and Debris, 386-249-0472 for all of your tree service needs.
Hi, my name is Catherine Haney. My grandfather and my dad, Wes Haney, have been selling and servicing Chevrolets in the Suwannee Valley area since 1968.
I'm here with my brothers, Weston and Jonathan. We want to tell you why Wes Haney Chevrolet is the best place to buy a car.
At Wes Haney Chevrolet, it comes down to two things: low prices and excellent customer service. You are a part of the family just as much as we are. Your happiness is my dad's first priority. He will always fight to make sure you get the best deal and the best experience.
My dad doesn't play games and he doesn't charge dealer fees, so we can always get you the best price. We have amazing incentives this month to put together a great deal on any Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV. The best built, longest lasting vehicles on the road. We guarantee a better deal and customer experience than you can get anywhere else.
We would love to show you our beautiful selection of new and used vehicles. We are located in Live Oak, Florida on Highway 90 East. I can guarantee our dad will give you the best deal, and we are excited to earn your business.
This is Wes Haney, and as always, no dealer fees, no games. Come see my team at Wes Haney Chevrolet.
What's a football game without pizza? Papa John's Pizza of Live Oak can take care of all of your football dining needs. Take care of your hungry crowd before, during, or after the game. Stop by Papa John's for better pizza, better wings, and many other delicious menu items for the family or the game crowd. Papa John's Pizza always has better ingredients, better pizza. Better get you some.
Back here at Atlantic Coast High School in Jacksonville, Florida, where the Suwannee Bulldogs lead at the half 21-7. They got a big event coming up supporting Toys for Tots in Wellborn. It's Wellborn's Fall Festival, Chili Cook-Off, Car, Truck, Motorcycle, and ATV Show. This is being sponsored by the Wellborn Community Association, and it'll be November 30th, 7:30 to 2 at Andrews Square downtown. They're going to have a chili cook-off. They'll have that car show. They'll have that blueberry pancake breakfast. Of course, that'll be at the country store. Arts and craft vendors, by the way, no fee for vendors. So if you want to get in on this and you are a vendor, just get a hold of the association there in Wellborn and get more information. But sounds like a big time and a great cause for Toys for Tots from the Wellborn Community Association. Again, the date for that, November 30th.
That's always a great thing right there.
No doubt about it. And they do a lot of good work with that Wellborn Community Association, helping folks out. and helping out the children. The ones that won't have Christmas are going to try to get them a toy or two and take care of them.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. And I think everybody needs a gift or two at Christmas, and always makes the season just a little bit jollier.
Well, Meso, Anita, the whole gang there, they do a wonderful job, and props to them. And if you can help them out and help out the kids, take in that event, man. Bring the family, and it'll be a big time, November 30th in Wellness. All right, back to action here at Atlantic Coast High School, 21-7. Suwannee with the lead there in the first half. Dogs had a couple of extra possessions there on some onside kicks, and were able to take advantage of some turnovers, and Dogs lead right now 21-7. But Dogs are going to have to keep things moving here in the second half. Now, they do get the ball first to begin the second half. And boy, points coming right out of halftime, that'd be big.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing. And like you say, getting the ball in the second half, maybe we can get Rawson with a little bit of return.
Yeah, if you get Rawson, and they've been willing to kick to him, so you want to see number 5 and get him a chance on a big kick return.
Looks like I think it'll be Fryer. He'll be to the far side of the field. Rawson will be in the dead middle. They're going to keep that short kick, which is one of the upbacks, and that will be Mount Zion comes up with the football, maybe right around the 30, maybe the 20, then bounds his way up to around the 26 or 27. We'll see where they spot him down.
Now, it does appear they know who number 5 is, and they are kicking it to the side and not kicking him in the middle. So Suwannee's still a decent field position to begin this drive right at their own 30-yard line.
And the old Dogs to get their first play call. They got a couple scripted already, but they're huddled up on the far side as the Stingrays in those black jersey, black trousers with those burnt orange numbers.
Yeah. And it's Suwannee Bulldogs in their traveling uniforms. The whole team went to the sideline, got the play. Now they trot out onto the field.
See what happens here. I can see Moran's out there, so he's doing well. He's going to be the lone back in the backfield. Rawson will be to the near side. We'll have trips to the far side of the field. That is our side. That's the wide side. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Looking for the quick pass, complete to Lopez in man coverage. Boy, he kind of slips one would-be tackler and picks up a couple of yards.
This quick pass out to Lopez, and no one knows what to do with it. And some yards after the catch, and that'll bring up a second down after a successful first down play. Netted about 3 yards.
We'll call it second down and 7 for the Dogs of Suwannee. You just joined us. Dogs lead 21-7, and we just started this second half of football. Rawson will be, looks like in man coverage, but they kind of keep that safety underneath. We'll see what happens. He's on the near side. Shotgun formation. Moran in the backfield. Hand off to Moran, and he gets ate up behind the line of scrimmage. And so it'll probably be right where we started the sticks at the yard marker first. And I guess it's going to be second down. Boy, we actually lost another yard. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, he running the football, but he got by the first would-be tackler, but then there were 2 more to meet him in black jerseys. And so Moran nowhere to go. And you're right, he lost 3. And back to the 30, it'll be 3rd down and 10.
There will be Fryer and Logan Brooks to the near side. Single back in the backfield. Rawson to the far side. He's looking toward Rawson, looking, throws the pass, and boy, throws it behind the intended receiver, and that was number 7 for Suwannee that time.
And Moran coming out of the backfield and just threw it a little bit off the mark there. So an incomplete pass, and Suwannee goes 3 and out.
Kind of like it. We tried to throw a couple of screen passes. One of those was very successful and got us a big first down on one of those drives. And now we're going to have to punt it away.
Dogs done a good job mixing things up, but now we're going to have to turn around and play a little defense here. And first of all, we got to worry about covering this kick. They got some dangerous punt returners.
Yeah, you got number 2, which is Evans. He's kind of one of those speedsters. He's usually back there. See what happens here. See if we can get that good snap. Look like they might come after it a little bit. No, they're going to try to set up their return by high spiraling kick. We get down there in a hurry, take a little bit of a bulldog roll, and they're still rolling. They'll go all the way back to the 35-yard line.
Nice job by special teams to get down and cover that punt. Yeah. We'll take a 30-second timeout. It's rivercountrysports.com. It's time to sign the kids up for soccer. Suwannee Parks and Recreation on Silas Drive in Live Oak is conducting registration in November for the 2024-25 season. Registration runs from November 4th through December 1st. Register early to save.
Soccer is open for boys and girls ages 5 to 13 with 4 different age divisions: 6 and under, 8 and under, 10 and under, and 13 and under. For more information, call 386-362-3004 or visit SuwanneeParks.com.
Manigo with the snap, throws a quick pass. It is complete to number 3 on the near side of the football field. That's Ezekiel Cooper. They'll pick up about 10 or 12 yards and a first down. Them little short passes, we're kind of backed off of them, but may have to tighten up.
Now 12-yard pickup there. Had it at the 35, now at the 47-yard line. And Atlantic Coast on the move, 1st and 10.
Manigo, the quarterback, he'll stand in the gun. Single back in the backfield. That'll be Jordan Bell. Kind of got trips to the near side, but that's the short side of the field. Single receiver on the far side. Hand off to Bell. He'll try to take it right side, and I saw a flag come up flying. Hopefully it was a holding penalty.
Yeah, and Allen was back there, and he disrupted that play and almost had a tackle for loss, but they're going to get him for a face mask.
Mercy. That's 2 of those tonight for the Dogs of Suwannee, but that'll be another 15-yard.
I say Allen tried to get him on the ground, and I think he just inadvertently reached up there and grabbed some of the face masks, but official threw the flag, and that's going to be costly.
Yeah, they'll be marching in pretty good ways.
Into Suwannee territory here after this penalty.
So the Stingrays will be on the move.
All the way down to about the 38-yard line.
We're set at the line of scrimmage. Dogs digging in at the other side. 3-man front. Hand off to Bell. Finds a big hole on the right side. Comes to the outside. He got some run room. He sees the goal line down there, and I don't think it's another dog. They can catch him. Oh, mercy. Whoa. That hurt.
Nobody rang that bell.
No, they did not.
He just went 38 yards untouched.
Yeah, and I tell you, Bell is very quick. Like we say, he weighs about 150 pounds, kind of a scat back.
Well, just when you thought Suwannee had some breathing room, things get a little bit tighter. Suwannee's still in control of this game by a touchdown, but it's now 21-13, and we pin the extra point here.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good run. I saw when he cut to the outside, there probably wasn't a dog in sight, and only one had a shot at him. He couldn't catch him. Number 7, Ian Santos. He'll do the kicking chores. The ball will be spotted at the 10 when they snap it. There it is, down on the tee. And, boy, he drilled through those uprights.
That's now 21-14. Suwannee leading by 7 here at Atlantic Coast High School. 9:44 to play third quarter. It's dog ball on RiverCountrySports.com.
Uh-oh, better call Bennett's.
When it comes to glass, in this area, folks know to call Bennett's Glass Company. Serving Live Oak and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Their reputation speaks for itself. From commercial to residential, new construction, remodeling, custom glass, auto glass, shower doors, mirrors. Tell your insurance company you want Bennett's. Bennett's Glass Company on Gold Kiss Boulevard in Live Oak. 386-362-2295. When glass breaks, better call Bennett's.
Well, the last time Atlantic Coast scored, Suwannee went down the field, marched down there, tied things up, and then scored twice more and took a 21-7 lead. But now things tightening after that Atlantic Coast score. It's 21-14. And let's see if the Dog offense can respond here. I was calling for more points the way to start that second half. Things didn't work out the way I wanted to.
No, that's the thing. They kind of got us pretty much off the field pretty quickly. They got the ball back, and then they took it right down the football field. One penalty amongst all that, but they were doing a pretty good job on offense.
Yeah, it did. And then you had the catch, and they had a face mask, and they had the big run.
Yeah.
And that's all it took. Touchdown Atlantic Coast. All right, 21-14. Dogs about to get the ball back as things being teed up here at the 40-yard line.
Santos, number 7, he'll tee it up right there. Pretty much in the middle of the football field. Let's see if he kicks it deep or a squibber, or they might be thinking onside. We got a few in the first half.
And you mentioned the way they line up. They've got stacks of 3 or 4 and little pockets instead of across the way.
And they got that right side, their right side loaded over there. Let's see what happens. It will be an end-over-end kick. We pick it up, number 27 for Suwannee, and we'll cut to the near sideline. Does one little juke move, and that might be the young'un, Kyle Brown. No, he's an 11th grader. He's actually maybe got a pick tonight or something.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to remember.
He did. Made a nice play. Made an INT back in the first half of action, but just one of those young dogs that's been brought up to varsity and making his presence felt.
Yeah.
And so Suwannee will get the football back, and then we'll begin this drive at their own 29-yard line, leading by 7 and looking for more.
Yeah, see if the Dogs can get it in gear offensively. And where you got to win the battle is on the offensive front. We got that short slot tight on this side. Single receiver way out there to the other side. That's our side. Single back in the backfield. That'll be Allen. Sykes will be in the gun. Rawson on the near side. And then we'll switch sides with the slot man. We'll run to that same side, get a block, and, boy, they stack us up. And we still fight our way forward. Boy, Allen did a good job of just bulldogging them and dragging them forward.
And, you had Brody Bean, one of our linemen, but he was lined up as an H-back on the far side that time.
Sure did. Now, that was a different look for Suwannee, but we pick up a good yardage on first.
Yeah, about a 6-yard pick.
Second down situation for Suwannee. And you have to look, pretty much on them. They got a 5-man front, but they got their backers right at the line of scrimmage for the most part. Dogs out of the huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation for Sykes. Single back in the backfield. Jason Moran, toss sweep to Moran. He'll take it around the left side. Got some good blocking. He'll pick up the first down and then some. Probably a gain of about 10 yards. Somebody say, give that dog a first down.
And nice sweep that time. Got him to the outside. And Moran picks up a huge first down. And Suwannee on the move as they move the sticks. New set of downs now at the 44-yard line.
See the Dogs content to run the football a little bit here. They're pretty good on those 2 downs. See what we do here. Up to the line of scrimmage, we go nose to nose with them Stingrays. Looking at a 5-man front. We're also going to be the single receiver near side. Here's the snap to Sykes, and we're going to take it on the right side. Put our shoulder down. Boy, Moran got hammered after he picked up about maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, it took a big pop out there. Number 14 that time, Tayshawn Brown. Comes up and make a stick.
Yeah, he paid for that one, but we still got close to 5 yards. We'll take that on every carry if we can.
If you get 5 yards average on each carry, you take that all day long.
This time, number 16, Cooks checks into the ball game. He'll be the single back in the backfield. Shotgun formation for Sykes. We got the receivers spread out. Short slot. Looking. Rawson, man coverage, comes free. Oh, wow. He just couldn't hang on to the football. He just actually went through his hands.
That was a perfect pass that time by Thomas Sykes and put it right in the breadbasket. And Rawson was probably thinking score before he had control of that football. And you saw his reaction. As soon as it went through his hands, he put his hands up to his head, and he said, wow, I let one get away that time.
Yeah, he knows that he might have been running to the end zone after that one. Got to catch it first, and he'll check out of the ball game and go to the far sideline. That brings up, let's call it about a 3rd and 5 for them Dogs of Suwannee. We need to move it down the field and move the sticks.
And MJ doesn't do that a lot. He's usually got stickum on his hands.
He does. Dogs at the line of scrimmage, got a short slot on the near side. We're actually tight wide receivers, if you want to call it that. Sykes looking. We don't come open. He's going to have to run it. Looking for the first down marker. He better get there. He does, and out of bounds. A pickup of about 6 or 7. Actually, the official just did spot him over the first down marker.
Well, I thought he made the first down by plenty of room.
Yeah.
But he got out of bounds, and that was a smart thing to do because he saw that running lane. Nobody opened downfield, so he cut for that first down marker, got it, stepped out of bounds, 1st and 10 Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
And now into Stingray territory here at the 46.
Your more Dogs will look to the far sideline and get the next play come. Sykes will be in the gun, and it looks like Cooks will stay in there as a single back in the backfield. Fryer will come to the near side, but will be in tight. Logan Brooks, right up at the line of scrimmage, also near side. He's going to pull. Boy, we get hit in the backfield. We lost about 3.
Somebody forgot to block number 14.
Yes, sir.
And that's Brown with another play defensively on this drive.
They got to block him, and I don't know who was. We were a little bit confused in the backfield when we took the other. I'm going to call him an H-back right up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you get that H-back up there as a additional blocker. That time it was your tight end. So Brooks was lined up at that position, and then you said you had also Fryer in tight. So that, in addition, that's another blocker, but he came from the other side.
Yeah, he did.
Kind of snuck around there.
Second down and 12 for Suwannee. Shotgun formation. We run the same formation. We're looking, set up the screen. Jace Moran. Jace Moran's got a lot of running room. He'll get 10 yards, 15 yards, and be turned topsy-turvy somewhere around the 30. See where he went out of bounds.
Nice job setting up the screen on the far side. And Moran gets the catch, and after the catch gets the yards needed for that first, move the chains down to the 31-yard line.
And that was another good play call. And like I say, I think we went to the screen pass at least 4 times tonight.
That's been effective when you get a quick defense like that, and sometimes you can catch them. They're susceptible to that screen, and Suwannee able to take advantage. Timeout on the field, 6:06 showing on the third quarter clock. Dogs up 21-14, looking for more. We'll be back after this. It's Suwannee football on RiverCountrySports.com.
Everybody's always claiming to offer the top insurance, the lowest rate, blah, blah, blah. Well, cut the game and go to the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. Jeff is an independent agent, meaning he can shop around to get you the best price for the coverage you need. With access to major carriers like Auto Owners, Progressive, Travelers, and Mercury, stop with those cold 800 numbers. Discover the personal difference with the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. US 129 North in Live Oak. Call 364-2886 or visit JeffTippinsInsurance.com.
Suwannee Bulldog football back here on RiverCountrySports.com. I tell you what, the kids here are having a time now. They got a boombox or something going and music, and they're all dancing. And I don't think they care about the football game, but they're having fun.
No, they're having a great time, and I don't know if it's all senior. There's senior night here, but I tell you what, that's the spirit section right over there to our right.
Well, man, they got it moving.
Yep.
All dressed in their school colors, orange and black.
Yeah,
and just having fun here on a Friday night.
Oh, yeah, that's where to be on a Friday night football game. You can't beat it.
Exactly. All right, Suwannee coming out of that timeout here and ready to go back to work. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Shotgun formation. I think that is Rawson in the backfield. No, maybe to his left. Yes, it was Rawson. And it's Sykes looking for Rawson out of the backfield. Open, makes a great catch and gets driven out of bounds on the far side of the football field. And we may be knocking on the Stingray door.
Boy, I tell you what, he went up high to catch that one. And just came at it rolling out of the backfield. And Sykes put it on the money. And Rawson going to make up for missing that catch earlier. And boy, he had the sticky fingers that time.
Right. He didn't make the easy catch on this side, but that one he had to kind of go over his wrong shoulder and make it toward the far sideline.
That's right.
Suwannee up to the line of scrimmage. We got everybody in tight except for Zion. And we're looking for Zion. He's going to run a fade pattern, corner of the end zone. He jumps, and it'll be incomplete. Pretty good coverage on the near side.
Little hand checking going on both ways. No call made. That was a good no call that time. As Zion had pretty good position and tried to put it over him where he could leap for it, but could not come up with that catch. So incomplete pass. I've got the line of scrimmage at the 14. I look about right.
That's probably
it's a bit
about right.
Guess.
I really can't see, but I see the official on the near side standing somewhere around the 14.
Yeah, that's what I got it at.
It's just hard for me to see on the far side of the field. I'm not going to complain.
No.
Anyway.
2nd and 10.
We got to get a first down, if not a touchdown. Shotgun formation. Rawson will be the lone back. Hand off to Rawson. He'll take it left side. Finds a little bit of a hole, and he'll be banged down. After maybe a gain of 4. It's hard to see where he went back.
Okay, pretty good pickup. We do have an injured Stingray right now on the field. But Rawson with the carry that time, and trying to see where they mark it. Looks like a game about 4. That sounds like that's about right. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up for Suwannee, and they got the ball at about the 10-yard line.
Boy,
inside that Roundtree 4 red zone.
Yeah, it gets tough in the red zone.
It does. Everybody in tight, and always just a little bit tougher when you get down and try to get those tough yards. That's all right. They got the young man up, so
yeah, that Stingray.
That's good to see. Don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Well, I believe that's number 13. It'll be Jordan Clark.
All right, 5:12 showing on the third quarter clock. Dogs have a 3rd down and 6 from the 10-yard line.
Looks like Jace Moran will be the lone back. Sykes will be the quarterback. He's in the gun. We got him in tight on the far side. That's the short side of the field. We'll go run. No, actually fake the tall sweep, and we got a wide open receiver. He's going to walk into the end zone. And that is Fryer. I couldn't tell the number, but he was in that short slot over there. Ralston was like a decoy, but he was open as well. But somebody say, give them dogs that 6 we needed right here in the third quarter.
I think you were surprised about Fryer being that wide open.
Yes, I really was.
I mean, he was all alone and got the ball and just kind of walked into the end zone. Made it look easy. Coy Fryer.
Yeah, what a great play call that time. We had 2 dogs open on the same side. And now we'll try to kick that all-important extra point. Down on the tee, up, end over end, and it is good.
And for Fryer, that's his second touchdown reception of the season. The Dogs tack 7 on the scoreboard. It's 28-14. Suwannee leads with 4:58 left to go here in the third quarter at Suwannee football on RiverCountrySports.com.
Your one-stop auto shop, J&W Automotive. At J&W, you can buy a car. They've got a great selection to choose from. At J&W, you can get your car fixed. They provide complete vehicle repair. At J&W, they do paint and body work. Yeah, plus tires, front-end alignments, AC work, computer diagnostics. They cut and program keys. They are truly your one-stop, all-in-one automotive shop. J&W Automotive. Highway 129 North in Live Oak. Online at jwautos.com.
Suwannee Bulldog football here on RiverCountrySports.com. Dogs get back to a 2-touchdown lead. 28-14 is your score now. Still a long way to go in this one, though, Andy. Don't start celebrating.
Yeah, it really is.
Dogs trying to string together 2 wins in a row. After a 4-game losing streak, they've got a 1-game winning streak and looking to put 2 in a row together here.
Yeah, and hopefully that can happen. Like you say, Wayne, they kind of tightened up that little open void spot that we were kicking it to, so we may have to kick it deep. Last time we kicked it out of the end zone, and we had to bring it out to the 20. Hopefully we can do that again. A.J. Hitt approaches the football at the 40-yard line. Boy, this one will be returnable, and I believe that's number 8 who is in the middle of the field for them. One of their speedster finds a crease on the far side. We grab him by the shirt jersey, but we miss the tackle. He'll go to the far sideline, and we'll drive him out of bounds just shy of the 40, somewhere around the 37.
You know, almost think with their returns that you might as well try that squib kick or, try to catch them off guard a little bit. I know you give up the field position, but with those returns, they're getting good field position. They're going to have it around the 35, looks like.
Yeah, and their deep backs are usually number 8, McMillan in the middle, and then you have usually number 2, Evans, who we know is a speedster, and sometime Redding, number 5, which is also a wide receiver for them.
They have not set the football down. I'm waiting to see where the line of scrimmage is. Official holding the ball in between the 30 and 35, and it looks like you're going to set it down around the 33. Yes?
He's kind of still deciding.
Yeah. Now, we may have had a penalty flag over there. Now, we have a personal foul against Atlantic Coast.
Just what the doggy ordered.
And, personal foul, Atlantic Coast. So that's going to cost them.
Yeah, after their good return, that's going to back them up 15 yards.
So that cost them some field position. And going to move the ball back to around the 20-yard line.
Yeah. Well, the one official, he wasn't the one that had the football. I said, he's still marching. There might have been 2 penalties, but no, he was just walking his position back there behind the offensive front of the Stingrays. Suwannee content to stay in the 3-man front. Backers stacked behind them. The Stingrays out of the huddle. They'll have trips to the near side. The quarterback, Manigo, looking across the middle. The short pass on the outside, and we're there in a hurry. It may have been complete. I look like number 8, but the 3, the 8, they all run together.
The play action pass and a quick pass out there, but nice coverage by Suwannee. And making another play once again. We've called number 27 Kyle Brown's number a couple of times in this ball game. He's making an impact.
Yeah, he really is. And he's pretty quick out there.
Sure is. Pickup's only 1 yard, so 2nd and 9.
We're at the 4:15 mark. Dogs lead it 28-14. But them old Stingrays have the football, and we need a takeaway. Raise up to the line of scrimmage. Boy, they just dribbled the football. They handed off, and they fumbled it. I saw it on the turf once again. We're pointing our way, but we're way over here. We'll wait and see.
That was a low snap. Quarterback tried to pick it up and then lost the handle. And Suwannee says they have it. Let's see if they do.
The officials have said nothing.
Yeah, which means it's still Atlantic Coast football.
Yeah.
So a lot of excitement, but we do not come up with that loose ball.
Yeah, they dodged a bullet because it was a low snap by the quarterback, then a mishandled handoff to Jordan Bell and got on the turf, and we just couldn't come up with it.
They do lose a couple of yards there. It's 3rd down and 11 coming up. Dogs got him pinned back at their own 19-yard line. Need a big play here defensively on 3rd down. And we can force a punt.
Hunker down, Dogs. Hunker down. Trips to the near side. Shotgun formation for Manicook. Single back into that. Boy, and he's going to swing pass. And, boy, Bell got it on the outside. Cuts to the inside. And 2 or 3 Dogs attack him right there. But he picked up pretty good yardage. Might have got the first down. We'll have to wait and see.
And Bell has been doing it. He's had a great game no matter how this turns out. That young man has played his heart out. Running the ball, catching the ball. It's going to be short of the first down, but going to bring up a 4th down. And let's see if they get in a punting formation. Looks like they are.
And I think number 30 has been doing the punting chores. That's Jamora Williams. And he'll stand somewhere close to the 10-yard line. Maybe we'll get one of those low snaps. We got Fryer and Rawson back deep. They got to get one more player on the field, which they did on the near side. Trying to see who the up back is. Maybe number 5, one of their wide receivers. We hold steady. Good snap. The punter gets it off. End-over-end kick, and Rawson will return the football. And he throws a flag right off the get-go. Rawson got the running room far side. Rawson up to the 45 will be driven out of bounds around the 43. And they're going to call us for a block in the back.
No. I think he threw the marker there to see, and that's where he started, so 45-yard line. But then he threw a flag as well toward the outside, and it probably was an illegal block.
It's kind of hard, on those punt returns or kickoff, where somebody turns their back on you or you push them in the back. The thing is, it's always a tough call.
Going to be a holding call against Suwannee, and that will be from the point of infraction, so that'll move the ball back. Let's see, 50, 45, that's a 44-yard line.
1st and 10 Dogs from there.
Still decent field position.
Oh, yeah.
Even after the penalty.
44-yard line. Good thing about it, if the Dogs, we run the ball pretty effectively on our last drive. We do that and eat up some clock time and get some more points. Boy, that'll be just what the Doggy ordered.
Sounds good to me.
Suwannee up to the line of scrimmage. We'll have trips to the near side. Zion will be the far receiver near side. And the quarterback's going to have to eat it himself. He looked like he tried to hand it off to the first back through, but nobody wanted it. Sykes has to eat it.
I think Moran came to the wrong side. And so he goes to hand it off one way, and then he decided to try to scramble with the ball, and Bell got back to the line of scrimmage. So,
well, let's bring up 2nd and maybe 9.5.
Give him a gain of 1.
There you go. It'll be to the near side. Zion Walker on with Fryer. Another receiver, single receiver, far side of the field. Sykes looking, they pin their ears back, going across the middle of the field, complete to Noah Lopez, and he'll pick up about 12 or 13, and a big old doggy 1st down.
Boy, nice to see Noah Lopez get back into the swing of things. He was hurt and just working his way back in slowly, and he seems to be at 100% here, having a good game tonight.
Yeah, he really is. Now, I noticed Rawson went on the field for the first 2 plays there after the punt return. But I did see him check in just a second ago.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you got to let him catch his breath.
I know he's got to breathe.
He's on the far side as that receiver. Twins near side.
Lopez and Walker will be to the near side. Single back in the backfield. Sykes hands off to Moran. He'll take it on the right side. Got some good blocking. Finds a big hole, and he's going to pick up some good yardage and cross the 35.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say Jace Moran's an experienced running back.
Yeah, he sure is.
He is running the ball hard and doing a nice job filling in for the injured Horn and the injured Smith.
Yeah, it looks like one of them big fullbacks. He got some good blocking on the offensive front on the near side, and he'll pick up about 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 for them old Dogs of Suwannee. Out of the huddle, up to the line of scrimmage. They go nose to nose with them Stingrays. Rays with a 5-man front. Got some backers stacked in behind them. Sykes will be in the gun. He kind of checks. Thought he was checking off. He looked to the far sideline. Receiver set on either side in a short slot. Moran right behind him. Handoff Moran, left side. Finds another pretty good hole. His helmet comes off and tumbles down the field. Or somebody's helmet did.
Yeah, I think that's one of the Stingray helmets.
Oh, yeah.
It came a flying there. But Moran picks up another Bulldog first down.
Yeah, I think he had a pretty good collision with Moran. That's where the helmet flew off. But now he sat down on the field. That Stingray did.
As we come to the end of the third quarter with your score, Suwannee 28 and Atlantic Coast 14. Back after this, dog ball on rivercountrysports.com.
Now is a great time to earn a career in a year at River Oak Technical College. River Oak offers 17 career and technical education programs to select from that lead to industry credentials and high-wage careers. River Oak offers high-quality instruction, academic and financial advisement, mentoring, and coaching to ensure your success. Get hands-on education without breaking the bank or leaving the area. Grow your future with us at River Oak Technical College.
Need to paint? Call the pros at Charles Bean Painting. They'll paint it, they'll have it looking good. Whether it's outside your home or business or inside, they do texturing, drywall repair, plus pressure cleaning. Call for a free estimate. 386-209-7381. Licensed and insured, family owned and operated, serving the area over 30 years. Charles Bean Painting, LLC. Remember, it hasn't been painted till it's Bean Painting. 209-7381.
Suwannee Bulldog football here at rivercountrysports.com. Appreciate you tuning in. Of course, we do this live, and then it's archived on the website, so you can watch it anytime you want at your convenience. So far, so good for Suwannee. The injured player, by the way, number 13, Jordan Clark, he's up and walked off on his own. So just had the wind knocked out of him, and it would appear. Suwannee has about the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 Dogs.
It will be, and like I say, it was a pretty good lick in there when Moran and him met, and his helmet flew off, but he was a little shaken up. But the good thing is he got up and got assisted to the sideline, and he appears to be okay, but he's still sitting on the table right in front of him. Shotgun formation for Sykes. Number 16, Brooks will be the lone back in the backfield. Lopez will be the receiver to the near side. Ross, the top of the field. And we play action, and we're going to try to hit Rawson on a slant, but just kind of, I don't know if we were rushed as far as Sykes was, but it goes incomplete.
They threw it in front of him, and just a little too far in front of him. And so an incomplete pass. But, fake that handoff, little play action, and tried to get it out there quick on the slant. But an incompletion, and 2nd and 10 coming.
See what the Dogs do here. It'd be nice to get at least one more first down, because that would put us in pretty good field goal range. And a touchdown would be even better. It'd be like icing on the cake.
It would be.
Sykes will be in the gun. Now the receivers will also go to the far side. Lopez comes to the near side. And Cooks will be the lone back in the backfield. Now Brooks and the H-back Bean will get on the right side. And Cooks will follow Bean in them into the hole. Boy, he picks up a couple. But not near enough for the first down.
A lot of movement that time. Receivers switch sides, and we bring 2 in motion, and we get our tight end. And a normal lineman set up as an H-back, and a couple of blockers in front of Cooks. And that was good for about a 5-yard gain.
Dogs need to get 5 more on this third down situation. Cooks will remain in there as a lone back.
Now they're down to the 24-yard line, so getting close to AJ's range there. But I'd like to give him a little more room if we can. Maybe move those sticks again, keep things churning in the right direction.
Yeah, we're kind of taking our time in the huddle, using a little bit of clock time, which is good time management. Sykes will be in the gun. Rawson will be to the near side. Looks like he's in man coverage. Got a little safety help underneath. Sykes looking, throwing to Lopez, and just off his fingertips, it'll be incomplete right at the goal line.
Incomplete pass that time. Had a little bit of pressure, and Sykes may have got rid of that just a tick before he wanted to, but that's going to bring up a 4th down. And going to be an interesting call here. Do they go for the 3? And it looks like AJ's going to come out.
Yeah.
But he's also the punter. Let's see how they line him up here.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell him exactly where the ball's spotted.
Looks like the 24-yard line, if I got it figured out. And they are going to try the field goal, so that would be
42 yard.
Let's see here, 50, 40, 30 out, about a 42-yarder.
42-yard attempt, but right down the middle of the field. Got a pretty good snap. Get on there, kind of a sidewinder kick, and
no,
it is no good. Just a little bit wide left.
Yeah, missed it. Comes up short. We'll take a timeout. Back after this. Suwannee football on RiverCountrySports.com.
Man, I'm getting eaten out of house and home here.
Oh, do you have teenagers?
No, termites.
Don't you have Live Oak Pest Control termite protection?
Nah, I've been doing my own pest control for years. Learned how on the internet.
I see that's working for you. Maybe you should call Live Oak Pest Control.
Who's your pest specialist? Call Live Oak Pest Control at 386-362-BUGS, 386-362-2847, or visit liveoakpestcontrol.com. No worries, that was just a shed.
Manigo, the quarterback, will be in the gun. This time, for the first time tonight, split backs in the backfield. Receiver set to either side. They'll do a little cross buck back to the left side. We got him by the heels back there, but he did pick up a couple. Pretty good play by the Dog defense.
Had a nice play that time. I hadn't seen the two-back look, but they were ready for it. Picks up a couple of yards. 2nd and 8 coming up from the 22-yard line for Atlanta Coast.
Down to around the 10-minute and 30-second mark here of the fourth quarter. Dogs with a lead, 28-14. We're trying to keep it that way. Actually, the Stingrays, they're huddled up as well. Stood up at the line of scrimmage, out of the huddle, up to the line, and them old Dogs dig in with our 3-man front. Shotgun formation for Manigo. Split backs in the backfield once again. This time he's looking, and it looked like he's thinking the running. He gets it out there, and number 1 makes the catch. That's his first catch, and they held us. I do believe that might be the call, but that's the first complete pass to number 1 on the near side, and I've been wanting to say his name, the old Swindler. Yeah,
Green Swindler.
Yeah, Juan Green Swindler.
And the quarterback just did get that ball off, and he was about to get sacked, but he got rid of it, got it into the hands of his receiver, and let's see if this holds up.
Well, I know that's, then catching both backs out of the backfield, and Swindler came to the near side, but they showed him as one of their starters. Now, so it went from the point of the foul. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Shotgun formation for Manigo. Single back in the backfield this time. Receivers on either side complete. Well, actually, I don't know if he had possession. It will be incomplete. It intended for number 5. That is Ethan Reddy.
So an incomplete pass there. Clock stop. 9:42 left to play. Suwannee leading 28-14. And that Dog defense trying to keep it that way.
Yep, them old Dogs got to hunker down one more time right here on this 3rd and 9 play. I tell you, Manigo does a great job on those short passes, and then he likes that slant pattern across the middle of the field. See what happens here. 2 receivers to the far side. Actually, it'll be 3. Shotgun formation, single back in the backfield. That'll be Bell. Long snap count. It goes through the quarterback's legs and hold everything. Flags come a-flying.
And they're going to call procedure before the snap, so the ball was on the ground, and they blew it down.
Well, I could have done without that one.
Interesting. But illegal procedure, and they blew the whistle. So Stingrays got away with one there.
Yeah, because they went through the quarterback's legs, and 2 of those white jerseys, them old Dogs, were coming after him.
Sure was.
That will back them up 5, so it should be around 3rd and 14 or 15 yards for the first down.
Yeah. 3rd and 14 is what I have from the 16-yard line, their own 16.
Looks like number 16, Tolliver, will come to the near side. Manigo will be in the gun. Single back in the backfield. Trips that are stacked on the far side like a V. Short pass. Moran has a pick. It's looking like a pick 6. And somebody say, oh my, give that Dog 6.
Well, Jace Moran scored offensively. Why not throw in a defensive score for the night?
Yeah, he just read that all the way, telegraphed the quarterback size, and it looked kind of like that football game I watched last night.
Yeah. When you talk about Syracuse and Pittsburgh?
Yes, I am.
And that Syracuse quarterback threw 3 pick sixes in the first half. I couldn't believe what. I believe Pittsburgh had their game plan.
They had to. They knew what play was coming.
They had to.
They were just stepping in front of every pass he threw.
I don't know if there are any Panther fans watching the stream, but they are undefeated and looking good this year.
Oh, yeah. All-important extra point and gets up on the tee, and A.J. Hitt bangs it through the uprights.
Well, the Suwannee Bulldogs in control now 35-14 with 9.5 left to go. It's Suwannee football on rivercountrysports.com.
Are you new to investing and not sure where to begin? Start by looking for a financial advisor who will offer you a strategy personalized for you and your family. One who will be there as your life and financial situation changes. I'm Hunter Abercrombie, your Live Oak Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner together to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today at 386-364-3699. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Suwannee Bulldog football here on a Friday night. Dogs looking good. 9:34 showing on that clock. Leading now 35-14 as the defense gets on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that always helps things out. You can get turnovers, and you can. I mean, we've had onside kicks, we've had turnovers, we've had picks. So when you turn that into points, that always helps out.
No doubt about it. So how about that? Suwannee now teeing it up at the 40-yard line, and they can hang on for 9 minutes and 34 seconds. They'll come away with their second win in a row and improve that record to 3-5.
They will do that, but we got to kick it to those speedsters. See if we do that squib kick and onside kick, and
they were ready.
We were just kind of content to give them the football, over the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they were ready for it that time, and able to cover that up. And now that gives the good field position, but the way they've been returning on the long kicks, we end up at about the same point of the field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been ending up around the 40 to the 45, so might as well take the chance.
Take a shot at it, and we've had 2 successful onside kicks tonight, so I don't fault them for going for it. But the line of scrimmage will come the 46-yard line, so Atlantic Coast is only 54 yards away to begin this drive.
Yeah, a lot of time in this ball game. This time they have 3 receivers, and they're kind of making a lead like a duck instead of a stingray. Single receiver near side, shotgun formation, 4-man and go. Single back in the backfield. Now they'll bring motion behind the quarterback and looking for the swing pass. No, he throws to the little safety screen underneath, complete to number 16, who makes the catch. That's Tolliver, and he's going to pick up close to 8 yards, maybe 9.
And Cavante Beasley down the field to make that tackle.
Yeah, the big guy.
The big senior puts a hurting on that stingray.
They did pick up 9. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. The clock is still running. Rays out of the hole and up to the line of scrimmage. Them old doggies digging in on the other side. They'll come with the same set, those 3 receivers set to the far side. Single receiver near side. Single back in the backfield. They're in the gun. And somebody moved, and I think it was offense.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start. And, boy, I'll tell you what, the Atlantic Coast has played a tough game, but they have made crucial mistakes that have just killed them.
Yeah,
that's another example. You got 2nd and 1. That's one of those free plays. You can go for it, if you don't want to pick up the first down. And instead, it turns into a 2nd and 6.
See what they do here. Of course, after the penalty, the clock is stopped. The nose of the football will be touching the 50-yard line.
Now the clock will start once again. 8 minutes and 45 seconds and counting.
Shotgun formation, 4-man and go. Single back in the backfield, trips to the far side. Suwannee with a 3-man front, actually 4. Little swing pass to the outside, man coverage, and we pin him to the turf after a gain of probably about 3 yards.
A short gain, not going to get him the first down. Going to bring up a 3rd down situation, and going to be short of that first down by probably 4 yards. So the pickup was good for 2.
2, yeah. Let's see, big number 58 checking out of the ball game, Beasley. Looked like number 11, Brooks, checked in.
Brooks up there on that defensive line.
Yeah, he sure is. Shotgun formation for Manico. Got to hunker down, dogs, right here on 3rd down. Hand off to the running back. Oh, we hit him in the backfield. That's a number 24, and that's got to be a Watson.
Yeah, that's Killer Watson right there. Getting back there and getting a sack.
And I thought, you could, when you get ahead a little bit, you can pin your ears back and kind of come across the line of scrimmage. That seemed to be what happened there. It'll be 4th down and 9 for the Stingrays. See if they go for it here at the 7:37 mark.
And it's about crunch time where they might as well go for it. Down 35-14, facing a 4th down near midfield.
Yeah, the clock's running also. And I think they are. I don't see their kicker, number 30, out there. So you got to put it up here. They love them little short passes. See how we play it. Don't have trips to the near side. Number 16 will finally get to the far side. That's Tolliver, and he'll get set.
And now Suwannee wants a timeout. Yeah. And we'll take a timeout. Back after this on rivercountrysports.com.
Uh-oh, better call Bennett.
When it comes to glass, in this area, folks know to call Bennett's Glass Company, serving Live Oak and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Their reputation speaks for itself. From commercial to residential, new construction, remodeling, custom glass, auto glass, shower doors, mirrors. Tell your insurance company you want Bennett's. Bennett's Glass Company on Gold Kiss Boulevard in Live Oak, 386-362-2295. When glass breaks, better call Bennett's.
And a special thanks going out to Bennett's Glass Company. Boy, I tell you what, if you've got any kind of glass problem, they can take care of you.
Yeah.
They got it all going on. Bennett's Glass Company, a proud supporter of Suwannee High Bulldog football. And right now, I know they're proud back at Live Oak.
Oh, yeah.
Suwannee enjoys a 35-14 lead here in Jacksonville against a much bigger school. This is a 7A school. Suwanee is a 3A school. So the Dogs holding their own on the road tonight.
Yeah, and we played a pretty good game, and you know, at different times dominating the line of scrimmage, and we've got some big turnovers. We've got a pick six, onside kick. We've had all the action you could ask for in a football game.
No doubt. And now facing fourth down and going for it, Atlantic Coast.
Hunker down, Dogs. Manigo will be in the gun. Trips to the near side. The ball's on the turf. We got a rush on him. He's going to get it away. And it's another pick. And who's got that? Up to the middle of the field, and it'll be number 10, Fryer. Oh, my. Wow.
And that's another Suwannee Bulldog just getting it done both ways. Coy Fryer with the interception.
And you got to think about that. I mean, if you look at him and number 7, Moran, they're just 10th graders.
You know, I'm glad we're not having to pick offensive and defensive players of the game. That would be tough tonight. There have been so many heroes.
Yeah, it has.
Suwannee gets the football back, and we'll have this ball at the 46-yard line. For the 1st and 10.
Well, I got to thank Wayne for giving me the hand signals because sometimes it's hard for me to pick up the number.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout back after this on rivercountrysports.com. It's time to sign the kids up for soccer. Suwannee Parks and Recreation on Silas Drive in Live Oak is conducting registration in November for the 2024-25 season. Registration runs from November 4th through December 1st. Register early to save. Soccer is open for boys and girls ages 5 to 13 with 4 different age divisions: 6 and under, 8 and under, 10 and under, and 13 and under. For more information, call 386-362-3004 or visit SuwanneeParks.com.
Back here in Jacksonville, the Dogs lead it 35-14. We got the football on a pick by Fryer at the 6:57 mark. Think we'll keep it on the ground, or we're going to air it out?
Yeah, and now Atlantic Coast wants to take a timeout. So before we can get that drive started, Atlantic Coast says, hey, wait a minute. We want to talk about this.
Yeah.
So they'll call a timeout here and stop the clock. And while they do, I want to remind you to check out the Suwannee Coaches Show on rivercountrysports.com. The program airs Mondays during the season, live from 7 to 8 p.m. and then archived on our website. You can join host TJ Vickers and dog head coach Kyler Hall from our downtown Pool Realty Studios. Enjoy Keith Hunter and the Bulldog Bar, plus a dog blast. It's sponsored by Howard Street Dry Cleaners. The Coaches Show is brought to you by Wes Haney Chevrolet and supported by Hardee's of Live Oak. The Suwannee Coaches Show exclusively right here on rivercountrysports.com.
Yeah, and it don't get no better than that.
Man, I watched that Monday night. They had a kind of a good time after, it's tough coming in on a Monday after you lose and then you lose again. Yeah. And it's getting tougher to talk positive enough. And that came in after that win, and that was a much happier show last week.
I can imagine.
And that's archived, by the way, if you want to go watch. You can watch that anytime you want, but it does air live on Monday nights. All right, let's see if Suwannee can keep this thing rolling.
Well, it looks like, I think Fryer, I don't know, I might have saw wrong, but it looked like we had our quarterback Sykes out here to the far side. I'm going to have to check and see.
That is Fryer.
Yeah, Fryer gets the snap. He's looking, going to throw it down the football field for Lopez. Oh, my mercies. It just did get knocked away at the last moment.
I mean to tell you, Fryer comes in cold, hadn't thrown a pass all that. And he threw that one on the money.
Yeah, he did. It's just that they had double coverage on this side, and that one defender, he got that old Stingray hand up there and knocks it away.
He did, but man, that was a good-looking throw for a guy who comes in cold like that. That's not easy.
Oh no, that's tough. And I thought I was seeing things when I saw Sykes lining up as the wide receiver, and I'm looking for Rawson as the quarterback, and I said, no, heck, that's so fine. Mercy.
Let's see if they keep him out there.
I thought we'd run it every down, to be honest with you. But
now they go back, and that's what I was hoping they do, to be honest with you. Get that clock going.
Shotgun formation for Sykes. Look like Delwyn Allen. We're going to get him set on the near side. Bino is going to be one of the lead blockers. Hand off to Allen. He cuts it to the outside. Allen got some running room. Gets another block by a wide receiver. He's down the sideline. Swung around. Still on his feet. And finally slug out of bounds. Actually, it was Rawson.
Yeah, that was Rawson. I thought it was Allen as well, but as he came near side, I saw that number 5 on his jersey. Well, Rawson lines up and
Rawson, looking a little tired out there.
Rawson, he had hardly left the field, man. He's special teams, offense, defense.
Yeah.
And this one's coming back, by the way.
Well, I missed that penalty. We were kind of excited over the run.
We were, but holding call.
Some of them great blocks might have been a hold.
Could have been. You had those extra blockers out there, and somebody got that, and it was a down-the-field block. But it'll come back, and we'll get that down over again. And now instead of 2nd and 10, it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, and Fryer checks out of the game, and the old Dirt Devil, Allen, he checks in.
Well, we talked about this with our 2 starting running backs both injured.
Yeah.
There was going to be a running back by committee tonight, and we have seen a bunch of different numbers back there.
Oh, we have. This time it will be Allen in the backfield, and number 5, Rawson. Here comes to the near side. Kind of got a short slot on the other side. The tight end and that big blocking back. Now we're going to run it to the right side. Delwyn Allen's got a big hole. Delwyn Allen through the line of scrimmage. Boy, cuts to the near side. Runs over one would-be Stingray tackler. And we're close to the first down.
Now that time you bring the obvious blockers to the near side of the field. So you got Brooksy and Beanie over there ready to block, but then you send Allen the other way. Now the defense shifts this way, thinking that's where the hole's going to be. And that was pretty slick that time to pick up a first down.
Yeah, ran against the grain, picked up some good yardage, and it's good running by Allen. Now Jace Moran checks in for Delwyn Allen. He'll be the running back this time.
And you get fresh legs back there if you keep switching them in and out like that.
Give them a little bit of rest. Rawson will be to the far side of the field. Lopez to the near side. And we got a short slot. Sykes is in the gun, and Obino will get set behind the line of scrimmage. See if we run that way. But Moran's going to try to go to the right, but they say nothing doing. Stacks us up behind the line of scrimmage.
Somebody missed that block.
Yeah. That was one of them lookout.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We got back there in that Suwannee backfield and nowhere to go. But the clock's a moving down to 5:15 and counting.
It is, and that backed us up, let's say a couple of yards. 2nd down, we'll call it closer to 13. And Suwannee just taking their time now, and I think just letting the clock run. We'll manage the clock. Try not to wear down no more dogs. Dogs up to the line of scrimmage. Stingray's digging in on the other side. Suwannee leads it 35-14 at about the 4.5-minute mark. Sykes will be in the gun. Single back in the backfield. Now we'll get set. Hand off to Noah. Fakes it to Moran over the middle to Rawson. Rawson's got it at the 10. Somebody say 5. Somebody say, oh my. Give him dog 6 more.
And the official just trying to run and get out of the way of that one. He was about to get run over by number 5.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And Rawson doubly made up for the one pass that slipped through his hands.
We've forgiven him.
Yeah.
We have forgiven him for that. No problem there. And that was a slick little play there with the play action.
Yes, it was.
And he threw a bullet out there, and MJ caught it. And if you get MJ beyond the defense, ain't nobody catching him. See ya.
And I was just thinking we were going to run the ball and try to run out the clock. But no, them dogs wanted more points.
And over 40 now.
Hit, we'll try the point after. Brooks, the holder, down on the tee, up, end over end. That would have been good from 40, maybe even 50.
AJ's had a good night.
He has.
4:31 left. It's now 42-14. Suwannee leads. It's dog ball on rivercountrysports.com.
Everybody's always claiming to offer the top insurance, the lowest rate, blah, blah, blah. Well, cut the game and go to the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. Jeff is an independent agent, meaning he can shop around to get you the best price for the coverage you need. With access to major carriers like Auto Owners, Progressive, Travelers, and Mercury, stop with those cold 800 numbers. Discover the personal difference with the Jeff Tippins Insurance Agency. US 129 North in Live Oak. Call 364-2886 or visit jefftippensinsurance.com.
Well, it's a Bulldog party here in
yeah.
Jacksonville tonight, 42-14, and the visiting fans are happy. Actually, the home fans seem pretty happy as well. They have been dancing around nonstop and just having a big time over here on senior night at Atlantic Coast High School.
Yeah, especially in that student section right over here to our right. Now they're all up against the chain link fence, but they're still cheering for their hometown team.
No doubt. Hey, a big weekend this weekend at the Spirit of Suwannee Music Park and Campground. It's Halloween this weekend.
Mercy, that place was getting crowded all the way from, I'm going to say Sunday.
It's packed
It was
to the
loading
rack.
up.
The annual festival began yesterday, runs through Sunday. So welcome to all you party people. Have fun. Spend money while you're here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
pace yourself so you don't go blind.
Oh, put a football, just an onside kick that went straight into the front line, and they were retrieving it at the 49. That's where the Stingrays will start out 1st and 10.
For more on Halloween and everything happening at the Spirit, remember to check their website, musicliveshere.com, the Spirit of Suwannee Music Park and Campground, US 129, between Live Oak and Jasper at the Suwannee River.
Yeah, and you got to keep your eye out for some of them Halloweeners that may be walking all the way to Walmart because they wearing them dark clothes and walking down the side of the road, and I'm going one eye blind. And,
Yeah, I was actually driving this morning, and there was one on the bridge, and
he made it that far.
Yeah, it was dark. This is before the sun come up.
Wow. Manigo be the quarterback. He'll be in the gun, single back in the backfield, looking at a 3-man front. Hand it off, new running back in there.
I think it was 22.
Yeah, it may have been. That's Aiden Amaya. Might have been his first carry.
And the clock moving now once again. Closed in on the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, and he's a little bit bigger back than Jordan Bell, who was their go-to ball carrier. He'll stay in there, Amaya. He'll be the single back. Manigo will be in the gun. 3 receivers set to the near side. Hand off once again to Amaya. He'll come near side. They'll try to go off tackle, cut it to the inside. Then Dog standing up, but he's still fighting for yardage and really gets past the first down marker if he didn't step out of bounds.
Yeah, speaking of fresh legs, that young man's running hard, even though the scoreboard not looking good for his team, but he gets a big first down.
Moves it up to just inside the 40. We'll call it the 39.
1st and 10 for the Atlantic Coast Stingrays.
Suwannee still running that 3-man front. Stingrays out of the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage. Trips to the far side. Single receiver near side. Single back in the backfield. That'll be Amaya. And Manigo be the quarterback. Looking for that slant. He likes to throw that short pass. Looking. Got plenty of time. Throws it across the middle. In traffic, it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, almost intercepted, but an incomplete pass. And he had time back there, and he was looked off his first receiver, second receiver, and then tried to force it in there, and he's lucky that wasn't picked.
Yeah, he was trying to get it out there to Jeremiah Evans, who's kind of been one of his go-to guys. Scored the touchdown earlier in the game. One of those speedsters. Good coverage by the Suwannee defense.
Yeah, Kamari Thompson out there playing the defensive end to the near side.
Yeah.
Suwannee still in that 3-3 stack.
They are shotgun formation for Manigo and those Stingrays. Here's the snap, little high snap, drips it down after the play action, complete to number 26, I do believe. He cuts it across the middle field. He hadn't went down yet. He's going to pick up 5 or 6 on that play. We'll see where they spot him down.
And he just kept fighting, trying to get that first down, and I believe he's going to be just a little bit short, but great effort there by that young man.
It was, and I don't have a name for 26.
I was going to say, there is no 26 on my roster. But I do have an alternative roster.
Yeah, well, you could use that one too.
Well, we started matching numbers and it was all wrong. So we went to
a backup roster from Max Prep.
That's exactly right. I called the coach and I got a roster, but it didn't match.
I think he got one number off. A high snap and it's down on the turf. We're reaching for it, and we're reaching for the quarterback, and we're going to blow the whistle. We're all over him like white on rice.
And to be honest with you, the quarterback there have been bad snaps all night long. They've been at his shoe tops. They've been up high, and he's had a time just trying to just trying to retrieve the football back there.
And it might be that big old nose guard that's over there just slightly to his left or right, depending on which strong side they're running.
Yeah, could be Will Brown just kind of messing things up just a little bit.
Stingrays out of the huddle. They'll have trips to the far side, single receiver near side. Shotgun formation. We'll try to stay on sides on the far side. Manigo looking down the football field. Going to be the first time tonight. He tosses it up into coverage. We go over the back, and a pretty good no call.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Now, Suwannee is going to take over possession of the football with 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in this game. Suwannee leading 42-14.
Yeah, and that's 2 fourth down situations, which the Stingrays had, you have to go for it. I mean, you're talking about you're on our side of the football field, and you're behind by, a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, there's no decision to make there. I mean, you had to go for it, and they went for the long pass play and came up empty, but good effort on their part.
Now, I would think that we'll be running the football on this side of down.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so. Yeah, run the football, get the clock running, and I don't see any reason to give it back to the other team. Just churn this thing up. They're probably not going to stop the clock, I wouldn't think.
No, and I don't know if they got timeouts left, but pretty much we could say snaps and victory formations. We'll see what happens. Moran checks out of the game. Looks like Sykes will be in the gun. Now, Moran checks back in the game because he's got to be a wide receiver.
They run it.
Handoff, right side. That might be that young freshman running back. See if we can get his number when he stands up.
Oh, it's clean jersey. It looks like number 41 out there, and then it's Troy Nelson.
Troy Nelson.
We've been looking forward to seeing him run the football. And Coach said he may get him in there late in the game, but just tried to get him a little varsity experience. But he has had a whale of a season, as I understand it, on the JV level.
Yes, he has. So he'll get some carries here. Also, number 27 checks in on offense for Suwannee. He's played some defense. That's old Kyle Brown.
And he's had a great game.
Oh, he has. Number 12, Jamarcus Cherry will be one of the wide receivers on the far side. Brown will come to the near side. Shotgun formation for Sykes. And Nelson will be the lone back. Handoff to Nelson. He tries to stick it up in there. And boy, them Stingrays stop him before he gets. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. Forward progress could have got him there.
Hey, the first weekend of December means Christmas on the Square, a hometown holiday tradition. This year celebrating 40 years.
Mercy.
The event this year, Thursday, December 5th through Saturday, the 7th, so don't miss it. And don't miss that lighted Christmas parade. We're going to bring that to you live right here on rivercountrysports.com. That's the plan.
Wow, that'll be awesome.
Won't that be cool?
Oh, yeah.
So we'll broadcast that live and then archive it at rivercountrysports.com. Christmas on the Square.
We got a all-set backfield, shotgun formation. This time number 27. He'll be one of the backs. That is Kyle Brown.
And they're going to use all that clock.
Yeah, they are.
The snap, and he'll just take a knee.
He will. Inside.
And that should do it. I don't think they're going to have to snap it again.
No, they're down in the 20s on the seconds. And them old dogs are Suwannee. Wow. It's going to be 2 in a row.
42-14 is going to be your final score as the final seconds tick off the scoreboard clock.
It will do that. 10, 9, and actually both teams are walking down the midfield stripe to shake hands. And the horn will blow in just a minute for a second.
And there it is. Zeros on the clock, and that is a final. Suwannee 42 and Atlantic Coast 14. It's Suwannee football on rivercountrysports.com.
Proudly standing the test of time and shining through it all, Roundtree Moore Chevrolet and Chevy trucks.
You all depend on trucks. Chevy trucks. We think it's because Chevrolets are the most dependable trucks. Built to last a long time.
Roundtree Moore Chevrolet. Dependability for the win again and again.
Son of a gun. Chevrolet pickups are designed and built better than ever, giving you a smooth, solid ride since 1918.
North Florida and South Georgia, Roundtree Moore Chevrolet knows you love your Chevy truck.
Quality.
Hello, this is Jeff Mosley, General Manager, Roundtree Moore Chevrolet. Come find out why we're the #1 Chevy dealer in North Florida. Thanks, and hope to see you down at the store.
Find new roads with Roundtree Moore Chevrolet in Lake City. Online at RoundtreeMooreChevrolet.com.
Mile after mile after mile.
It's a long road trip to Jacksonville tonight as the Dogs take on Atlantic Coast Stingrays. At Live Oak Jewelry, we want to be your one-stop jewelry source. From beautiful new gold and silver jewelry to watch batteries, we do it all at the